¿Cómo está? Muy bien. Gracias. Hello, hello, hello. Hello out there in YouTube land and Facebook land. Hello, Snowdrop. Come on in, hit that like button. We're going to get started because we got a lot to do. That way we won't be messing around. Hello, Clarissa. Hello, hello, hello. Come on in, have a seat. Come on in and have a seat. Okay. Sorry, I had to go and get something really quick. Come on in and enjoy. We're going to be talking about the Diddy trial just a little bit. Hello, Maria. How are you? Snowdrop, Clarissa, Maria, and Payne. Hello. Okay. The Mimi Show. Oh, you were? Did you enjoy it, Clarissa? Okay. Which Mimi song do you guys want to hear? The lady or the men? Yes, I'm early tonight. Thank goodness, thank goodness, thank goodness. I am early tonight. Um, you mean am I on time or I'm just early in general? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, peeps, hit that like button. So we want, yes, I love him. Okay, we'll figure it out. We'll see what we want to play. We'll do the Motown. How are you guys doing tonight? I hope everybody's doing well, having a great Thursday. And we are coming up on Friday. Motown it is. It's the Mimi Show. The Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. Mimi Show. The Mimi The Mimi Show. Oh, oh. Oh, oh. Get it, girl. The Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. The Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. Oh, yes. We're going to talk about Diddy and his trial. The Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. The Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. Oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. The Mimi Show, the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show, the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. Oh, oh, yeah. Again. The Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. The Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. The Mimi Show. The Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, 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 yeah. Hello, Susan. The Mimi Show, the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show, the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. Oh, 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 yeah. We're going to talk about Meghan tonight. Her and her shenanigans. The Mimi Show, the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show, the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. Oh, oh, the Mimi Show, the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show, the Mimi Show. It's the Mimi Show. Oh, oh, yeah. All right, let's get started. So, didn't watch any Diddy coverage today. I had to recover from yesterday's horrors. Needed a break. I know that's right. Hopefully today won't be as bad as yesterday, because they're cross-examination to Cassie. Okay. And I heard that Cassie needed to take a break an hour after the jury got settled and everybody got settled. Cassie needed a break. She is 8.5 months pregnant. And any moment now, she should be having a little bit. Now, oh, we'll catch you up, Clarissa. There's a lot going on, girlfriend. Chardonnay, you go, girl. All right. Now that we've got the Mimi song out of the way, I'm going to pull up Perez. He has a new video. Shout out to Perez for allowing us to watch his videos.
This poor young woman had to endure so much at the hands of this monster. And Cassie has been telling us all about it. Hello, my fam. It is Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and your number one source for everything Diddy drama. Cassie saw her alleged abuser for the first time since breaking up in 2018 in court this week, and today was her second day on the stand. Let's get to it. Here is everything that has been happening this morning and afternoon. As they have done every day this week, Diddy's family was in court to support him.
Okay, looks like Chris Brown has been arrested. I don't know what for. Justin Bieber financial situation revealed things are even worse than we imagine. Not sure about his finances. And we are going to get to the Diddy. We have 2 videos today. And then we're good to go. Chris Brown has been arrested. What did he do?
And so it begins. The cross-examination of Cassie. Hello, my friend. It is Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and your number one source for everything Diddy drama. Earlier this week, the disgusting, disgraced music mogul's ex, Cassie, took the stand where she recounted the horrific abuse that she suffered from him.
Hold on. Chris Brown throwing bottles and glasses and
Rihanna's ex-boyfriend was arrested earlier today in the UK, and he's currently being held on suspicion of being Chris Brown.
What?
Let me explain. Hello, my fam. It is Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer, Anglophile, and this is different. The singer and dancer was busted by police after being ratted out by
not know who Chris Brown is. He is a singer, actor, producer. He's got his own superstar profile. So he is a known figure here in the United States. He's I wouldn't say he's near the Diddy-sphere, but he know Diddy well. I'm sure they've done a song together or something. Very popular.
A British tabloid.
British.
He was detained at the Lowry Hotel in Manchester at around 2 a.m. UK time.
Shut up.
He flew in to the area yesterday on a private jet. The Sun became aware of his presence in the UK and they alerted authorities. It seems like there was either a warrant that was outstanding for his arrest or some behind-the-scenes drama that the newspaper was working with an alleged victim with. He is being held right now on suspicion of causing grievous bodily harm to a music producer. This guy named Abby Diaw, and it is an incident that happened back in February of 2023, not even in Manchester, at a club in London. Tape is the name of the venue. After being alerted by the Sun, Met police detectives traveled to Manchester from London and they arrested Brown earlier today.
Wow.
A spokesperson for the Met says he has been taken into custody where he remains.
Wow.
The arrest relates to an incident at a venue in Hanover Square on 19th of February, 2023.
23.
The investigation is being led by detectives from the Central
He's in
West Area
trouble.
Basic Command Unit. The music producer alleges that around 3 a.m. at that club back in
got arrested for
2023,
it.
Chris Brown launched an unprovoked attack on him. He claims that Rihanna's ex smashed him over the head with a bottle and then punched him and kicked him as he lay on the floor.
Oh, ow.
The music producer was taken to the hospital after the attack and needed crutches to walk when he was discharged.
Watch out.
Shocking. No. Very on brand for him. Remember not that long ago he got into a fight with Usher? Remember all the women that have come forward after Rihanna and made allegations against him?
I don't remember that.
I do. So far, no official response from Team Breezy, but are you surprised by this latest development?
That. He said, I do.
Clearly am not. Thoughts? Let's discuss it all in the comments section. So far, no official response from Team Breezy, but are you surprised by this? Very on brand for him. Remember not that long ago he got into a fight with Usher? Remember all the women that have come forward after Rihanna and made allegations against him? I do. So far, no official response from Team Breezy, but are you surprised by this latest development? I clearly am not. Thoughts? Let's discuss it all in the comments section.
Wow, well, it looks like he's going to be in jail for a moment.
And so it begins. The cross-examination of Cassie. Hello, my friend. It is Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and your number one source for everything Diddy drama. Earlier this week, the disgusting, disgraced music mogul's ex, Cassie, took the stand where she recounted the horrific abuse that she suffered from him.
Hi, Heather.
She went into detail on the freak-offs and the violence, and now the defense is going to try and paint her as not credible, as jealous and violent herself.
Yeah.
The defense presented a lot of evidence this morning. An email from Cassie to Diddy that said, "I'm a very lucky woman. I miss you so much." A text message where she told him, "Going to sleep now so it can be tomorrow faster. I love you." This was early on in their relationship.
Early on in the relationship.
That did not last long. In April of 2010, a message was read from Cassie that said, "I know you can take 3 minutes out of your day to talk to me, and you don't even try. You're in too much of a rush to get me off the phone. I'm really hurt by the way you deal with me. I don't need your money. I need some attention. I am thankful, but I can pay for these things myself." Leading the defense today in their cross-examination of Cassie was a female attorney. That's a choice. The defense is suggesting that Cassie, who she testified was abused for years by Diddy.
So the emails that they were showing were early in the relationship. I miss you. Hi, baby. How are you? You know how you still have those feelings in your tummy that you feel for someone, and you're just so, goo goo gaga over them. So basically, she was still goo goo gaga over him during this time, during the time that they keep talking about the actual emails, text messages that "I love you, baby. Can't wait for this night to end so I can see you the next day." missing you something fierce. Love you. You want me to get it together. Every time he got on the phone and had a conversation with Cassie, for the most part, especially at the end, it was all about sex. That's it. Nothing else. All about the sex, period. So most of his text messages were vulgar, were, out there. In my prediction, he wasn't saying, "Hey, baby, I miss you. How are you doing?" That had stopped. When he finally realized that he had got control and was getting control, he started mistreating her, hitting on her and beating her and taking her spirits down. What was Cassie making her own money from, anyways? I always wonder what happened to her after she had one hit song. I'm not sure what she did, but she had, according to earlier, she was with this other producer, and she had this song before Diddy. Now, I could be wrong, but some of this information was given out today in court that she had a boyfriend before Diddy, and he was a music producer. Now, I want to say modeling. A man that can't find time for you is really not into you very much at all. He's not into you. He doesn't care about you. You're not the only one. You're not the it girl. You're not the one he's thinking about all the time. No, you're an afterthought. You're you're not even thought of during the day. I wonder what so and so is doing. He doesn't care. Oh, this is Cassie getting on my nerve. This is so and so getting on my nerve. I'm busy. What does she want? I don't have time for her. You make time. Even if it's 5 minutes, you make a little bit of time for the person that you so-called care about, that you so-called love, that you so-called are in a relationship with. Otherwise, you're in a relationship by yourself. You're doing this by yourself. In which most of the time Cassie was being brainwashed and mistreated and you name it. Susan, which is normal. He was charming and love bombing her in the beginning. He was charming, charismatic, charismatic, made you want to just be like, what, in his presence all the time. Had this thing about him that she liked so much. And then he was, I love you too, baby. See you tonight. Love you. All along, he was setting her up for failure. The whole time this was going on, Diddy was set. Hello, Hudson. The whole time this was going on, he was setting her up for failure. Putting a link out there, whoever wants to come up. Hey, girl. He's the animal, isn't he, Clarissa? He's the animal. That animal just don't give a damn. He's the animal. Hello, highly sensitive Susan. He was a superstar at that point, not a newcomer. She was young and trusting. Oh yeah, he had it going on. It was all about Diddy. Diddy this, Diddy that, Diddy this, Diddy that, Diddy this, Diddy that. P. Diddy, Puff Daddy. He had people calling him Puff Daddy. What kind of Hello, Hudson.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. Thanks for coming up. I
No
was just
problem.
thinking, yeah, how are you?
I'm chilling. I'm at work still, but I'm here alone. I just locked the door. So,
Oh, okay. Peaceful, doing it yourself.
hmm I was
Um,
listening to what you were saying, and Cassie should have did like Anna Nicole and got her a 172-year-old oil tycoon from Texas, which all she got to do is show him her tatas and buy her some horses and, and some Mustang horses and
yeah,
all to match.
she wouldn't have to she wouldn't have to do all this craziness
And,
that Diddy had her doing. That's
throw
right.
them around a little bit, and that's it.
Yeah. Do a little shake shake.
Yeah, that's it. Anna really got that bag. I was like, Dag, I need to go to Texas. I want an old boyfriend. Old.
Yeah. Model for anything. Oh, now why would he want someone to call him Puff Daddy?
They say he got that name Puff Daddy from when he would get mad, his face would puff up. So,
Puff.
because that's his college name, Puff Daddy.
And where's the daddy come in at?
I don't know. There was a time when New Yorkers used to call everybody Daddy. Like instead of bro, the way bro is used now, they used to be like, "Yo, what up, Daddy?" Like,
Oh,
but that
okay.
was after. That was much after Puff. Like, but that yeah, that was like in the early 2000s. But they stopped that. And Biggie called him P Diddy, so that's where Diddy came from.
Oh, okay. Did you see any of the did you see anything going on recently?
I saw, well, I read along with another YouTuber with the transcript from today's court case from
Yeah.
the cross examination, which was just a waste of time.
Oh, yeah. How
But
did
like
you go
I
ahead?
think that her lawyers really prepped her really well because she didn't come off as like she was lying. She answered the questions truthfully, it seemed like, and with one word answers. Like, well, did you like going to the store with Diddy? She was like, yep. Sometimes, maybe. Like she didn't go into details because when you go into details, if a person's lying, that's where they lose you. You see with
Right.
Megan.
And you just want yes and no answers too, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you start saying too much, you tell off on yourself.
Absolutely. Megan.
And we're gonna get to her tonight, so we ain't gonna spend all our time on Diddy. But basically, so far, they're cross-examining her, and they're trying to paint her as a person that enjoyed it, was a part of it, and didn't have a problem with it.
She could enjoy it sometimes and she could not
Yeah,
enjoy it other times. Just like saying you can't outwork your own wife, which is not true.
right, exactly. That is so true.
No is no. No means no. Let me say it
Yes,
in Spanish. No. If she say no, you gotta go. You shouldn't be forced. And we all saw him force her.
Yes.
knock her head between the washer and dryer, and drag her down that hallway.
Yes, we did. Hmm. We sure did. Then we saw him kick her and just do just disgusto.
And I don't know. I've been looking
Mom said he needs the electric chair.
electric chair, but don't turn it up too high because we don't want to unalive him. Just put it on a little enough for him to
Yeah,
feel it.
just to hurt him, just to hurt him.
Yes, him to get a little singed and
Yeah, zzz. Maybe it
or
won't.
castration.
Yeah, yeah.
Castration, chemical castration.
Try that sucker.
Yes, he still may get off because I gotta find out what his real charges are.
I know because we still, I feel like haven't got there yet because to me everything was agreed upon. Just because a sex worker goes out of town and he pays him to do that, that's not trafficking.
When you cross state lines, it is a form of it, but you could get it like you could really get around it. But the racketeering is where they're really gonna get him because he was using company accounts to pay for things. He was getting things done at the end of like award shows and like video shoots and stuff like that. He was having his assistants do stuff and his bodyguards do stuff, like whether it was get baby oil or some narcotics, things like that make it racketeering.
Making them do it.
Yeah, because it's funneled through. They get paid by Bad Boy Entertainment. So if it's funneled through his
Oh, he was making
companies,
them do personal stuff.
hmm even if he was getting tickets through Bad Boy Entertainment and stuff like that, and having other people do it for him, if he
Yeah,
was paying them sex workers, if he was paying them, because Cassie, mind you, Cassie's an employee of Bad Boy. She signed that contract. He should have never had her do that. So if she was calling them boys up to come through because at his behest, and he was paying them with Bad Boy funds that go back to the books, then that's racketeering.
oh.
Even buying the
Well,
baby
shoot,
oil.
he get a salary or something?
Does he?
I don't know. I don't know how he gets his money and get paid, but obviously he wasn't supposed to be using that money for that.
They got to look at his books.
Wow. I mean,
And then, like,
do
remember
you,
I told you
come
because I
on,
was
do you
thinking,
think they're digging?
absolutely. And remember I was telling you yesterday how the white parties were sponsored most of the time.
Yeah.
Like he was sponsored by Snapple, and they would have like a ton of Snapple set up for everyone to take for free. If afterwards he was having them freak offs with the white party, if they're like incongruent together, there's ways they could get him for racketeering. If he had those hotel rooms, if he was booking those hotel rooms with company funds, if that's the reason why he was out of town, anything linked back to Bad Boy or any of his, I don't know, any of his businesses, whether it's Ciroc, I don't know if he owns Ciroc. I think he was just a spokesperson. No, anything like that. But remember, was that Ciroc? I want to look back. I got to find out those interviews and when Ciroc dropped him
Oh,
because he was having like a Kanye moment with Ciroc alcohol.
right. Kanye done flew off the cuckoo nest.
Kanye ain't had a hit in 20 years. I don't know why people still like on
He needs
Kanye.
to get on his meds.
Kim said, I give up. Kim said, I give up. We not doing
Yeah.
this. Don't come next to my babies. I said that, Susan. Yeah, he was just a spokesperson with Ciroc, but he was getting a check from them. So I know for a fact that they were sponsoring some white parties.
Okay.
He should have never, even if you're paying your assistant and sending them to the store for baby oil, He's not paying his assistant as Sean Combs. He's paying him as an assistant to Bad Boy. If he is. That could be seen as racketeering right there. If you're using your enterprise to also run some fuck shit, it's a wrap.
Wow. Okay. Let's see what they talking about on the Diddy trial.
Not only helped plan the freak-offs, but also enjoyed them. She testified earlier this week that she did not enjoy them and that she did not want to participate in them. Cassie testified that at the beginning of their relationship, she did agree to the freak-offs. She says, yes, at the time, I wanted to make him happy. Diddy's lawyer then presents more evidence, a series of texts and emails in which they discuss the freak-offs. In one, she writes, I am always ready to freak off, LOL. But when the defense asked again if she wanted to make him happy by participating in the freak-offs, she clarified no, it was a lot more than that. Those messages were sent in August of 2009. 2 days later, Cassie messaged Diddy the following. He told her, I can't wait to watch you. I want you to get real hot. And she responded, me too. I just want it to be uncontrollable.
Yeah.
However, as early as 2009, she started to express hesitation about performing in these freak-offs. Cassie told Diddy that she wanted to feel safe.
Okay, so he's trying to make it seem like, oh, she was always with the program. And since she was always with the program, then see, look at this text. It says she can't even wait until tomorrow. She's like so excited about doing this.
Yeah,
No,
but what about the next
excited
day?
about pleasing you because she know that this is what you like.
Yeah, she want to make you happy. Just like on your birthday, if hubby gets you a cake that you like, he gonna eat it with you. He want to make
Right.
you happy. Like,
Exactly. Yep. He
and
know.
just because that day she was like, "Ooh, baby, baby," if the next day she says she ain't want to, then she the fuck didn't want to.
Right. Exactly. And
Sorry
it
for
was at the
cursing.
beginning of the relationship too. Like we're talking about 2 years in.
Mm-hmm. This girl was a baby,
Yes.
and he was having her all up in the horizontal clubs. I'll put the freak clubs and all this other stuff. And oh gosh, I can't imagine. I'm not gonna run down the list. Y'all all heard it. This girl was a baby.
Yeah, she
She
was.
wasn't even old enough to rent a car.
No, she didn't know what was going on. He was grooming her, like Susan said. Yep, she was a baby, and he's a monster.
A monster. Miss Janice, with your cheap ass wigs, come get your son.
Right. Come get him. This is what is out in the street. This is probably why they ain't gonna let him out.
So that she can be more open with the things we do in bed. The last time was a mistake, the message to him read, but since has made me feel a little dirty and grimy as opposed to sexual and spontaneous. That's the only reason why I go back and forth in my mind with wanting and not wanting to do it. In another message from 2009, I'm surprised at a lot of the evidence the defense is presenting because I don't think it helps him. For example, this message, also from 2009. She said to him, when we used to freak off, we were so in love. There was no questions asked. It felt right. Like it literally made sense for the next step in our sex life together. However, now I get nervous that I'm just becoming the girlfriend that you get your fantasies off with, and that's it. I don't get the other part, meaning love, romance, everything else. However, in another message from 2009, Diddy messaged her saying he can't wait for an upcoming freak off, and she responded, I can't wait either. And things then started to heat up.
They said
His defense
objection.
attorney said that Diddy lied and cheated on her, but she kept coming back to him for 11 years. Cassie responded saying, I
Oh my
wouldn't
God, how
use
unheard
coming
of. The
back.
fuck?
Cassie responded that Diddy had a
What she
big,
said?
charismatic personality.
I said, oh, he kept cheating on her and she kept running back. I'm like, oh, that's so unheard of. My goodness.
Right.
Like the fuck? Like,
Exactly.
oh.
It wasn't you running around picking her up, you and the
Hmm.
security messing with her when she was running.
And toying with her feelings. You know that push and pull that those weirdos be doing.
Yeah, he did.
And that she loved him. In another text exchange from 2009,
She wasn't.
Cassie
This is what was going
asked
down.
Diddy if he had.
You see, that is, wait, pause it for 1 second. Everyone keeps talking about the physical stuff that was going down and how they don't understand how her husband like could sit there and listen to that. To me,
Yeah,
it's that she loved him part, and like I would do anything for him. I loved him, and all that stuff would
right.
be hard for my husband to like.
Yeah,
That stuff should be hurting him, or would be hurting him more than just the physical stuff. Everyone know Puffy is a freak, but like if this didn't go down, would you still want to be with him? I would feel weird. Like if I was the woman
I
and he
don't
was
know.
saying something, like I
I
would
see
feel
what
like
you're
you don't
saying
really.
though, but the love should have skeeted out by now.
Yeah, but she was like she even when she was dating Michael B. Jordan, Kid Cudi, she was still running. I bet you, like, if you had to bet, if nobody knew about this freak off stuff, and he, I don't know, Puff got saved, dunked in some holy water, and decided not to never do no shit like this again, would she still be with him?
Right. Good question.
That's what would keep me up at night as a partner.
See, okay.
Like, am
That
I a
makes sense.
consolation? Because you
I
can't have.
think what would get me is the having sex with multiple people and the sores, the
That's
just that would do something to me. Hmm. Like I would be like, God dang. Sure. You didn't try to leave, but look at her when she tried to leave. Look what happened. I'm not saying that. I'm saying her husband
mm-hmm.
probably saying stuff like that in his brain, but he know what she went through. Shoot, he was,
Yeah.
in a sense, was anybody that knew Diddy was probably in his clutches, in his orbit.
And everybody knew how he treated that girl. Like nobody, like it was no big secret.
Right.
It's been known. I remember when Biggie did that music video because my sister was married to like a Grammy award winning rapper. I'm not gonna say who though, but I remember I was little. I wasn't there though. But when Biggie did that song, when his first song, "So All the Ladies in the Place with Style and Grace," people was talking about how Puffy would beat the crap out of Misa and drag her down halls and all type of stuff and push her
Wow.
out of cars butt naked and oh yeah,
Woo. Wow. What an animal.
we was talking about that with Misa
Shame on him.
before he even got with Kim.
What did he do to her? Did he do anything to her?
I never heard no specific stories about Kim until recently, like around the time she passed away, or like right after she passed away. But I do know that Kim was always quiet, and that's always weird to me. Like she was always like she always looked like a scared chihuahua almost. She's a beautiful woman, but she used to always look like she never. And she was a model at one time. She stopped modeling, and she
Yeah,
was just when she was around, she was just mute, like Cassie. The way Cassie was just mute,
mute.
and that's always a bad sign.
It's not a good sign. That's not a good sign at all. Snowdrop, I think he's going to get off with 90% of it and maybe just minimum punishment for financial irregularities.
Time
Sadly,
served,
that's what I think too. For some reason, there's no slam dunking case here.
and he's
There's
not
no,
charged with her essay. And people wonder, like, oh, she signed that agreement with him. She should get her money taken and all of this stuff. When you're subpoenaed by the feds, you have to talk.
right. Who said that?
Plenty of people, especially these niggas on here, like, are you kidding me? All these men, like, it's a setup and blah, blah, blah. You go check his record.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm
To
sorry.
this-
Okay, I'm sorry, YouTube. I'm sorry. You're not gonna say that no
Fine,
more.
you're fine. You're bringing a little spice to the conversation.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah, that's crazy.
All right, I'm gonna go on mute so you can listen to Perez's ugly ass.
Had any more pills. She testified that she was using opiates like narco around the time that messages were sent.
Wow.
In the same text messages, she also mentioned to him deleting a video. When the female defense attorney asked if she preferred to have the freak-offs recorded on her devices, she responded, "I didn't want them to be recorded at all." The defense brought up her relationship before Diddy with another older man, music producer Ryan Leslie, who was 10 years older. They're trying to plant the seed in the jury's mind that she wasn't as inexperienced as she would like us to believe when she first got together with Diddy. In fact, in an email, she even confessed to being sneaky because she cheated on Ryan Leslie with Diddy. The defense then confronted her with another message that she sent him after a freak off.
She wasn't being sneaky.
Poor thing. She had sex with the escort and then after had sex with him.
Wow.
And she told him, "I love when we make love after." Oh. Once again, the defense is trying to paint a picture that she was a willing and happy.
Why he do that? He said, "Oh."
She did say that though. She said that she would do the freak offs because she knew afterwards that they would be able to, like, spend some time together.
Wow.
I want to know what was going on with J-Lo.
You think I don't? For some reason, I think you think.
I know he had her carrying those blickies in her purse, but I don't know about no, like, maybe I don't know. I don't know.
I don't
Somebody said one
either.
or two. Maybe one or two, because the industry, the media is disgusting. Entertainment is disgusting.
It is. It is. I don't want my baby in that.
Mm-mm.
I was
All
like,
of it.
no. Mm-mm. You're good. We have a dentist or something.
It's terrible.
Yeah. It is horrible.
Participant of the freak offs. "I'm so horny." My God. He wrote to her in a message.
I mean, come on. Like, this is all he thought about 24/7 all the time on his mind was sex.
Yeah.
Like, he has a
A
problem.
problem.
And I'm sure he's probably sitting in jail losing it. Like, he has thumbs up.
Oh my
For him to be like this ain't normal. This ain't normal. This ain't
God.
normal.
That's sad. They never
This ain't even normal for the people that do it on a regular basis.
yeah, like did they ever have like a normal night? Like they go see
In
Beyonce
the beginning,
perform, then go to Tao, go to Top Golf, and then go home and just relax and watch Netflix? Did they ever have a Netflix and chill?
yeah,
Oh, it was always warm up the baby oil. Let's get what?
right. Yeah, it seemed like that. Like every time we're together, it's you got everything set up. Is everything set up?
I'm
And
telling.
you're just like, what the hell? Can I sit down?
I'm telling.
What did he say? He's horny. This
God
trial,
gave you two hands for a
this
reason.
trial is rated P. This trial is rated X-rated R.
Ready.
It
That's ready.
is because his daughters can't even sit in there and listen to this stuff. My brain and what my mom was like, "What's going on?" I was like, everything nasty.
Everything nasty. Everything.
There's everything you can imagine, and then double that with like
Janice, you should be
extremeness.
Janice.
Extreme.
Janice should be ashamed of herself for her tacky ass.
Who's that?
His mother.
Yeah, she should.
His mother in them
Take
damn
some kind of
synthetic wigs.
accountability for your son. This is yours. What happened?
And she know. She know. Because she couldn't wait to take her tacky ass on them red carpets, skinning and grinning with them synthetic wigs on.
Wow.
She could not wait.
Mm, I tell you.
Don't go to Harlem,
Thank
y'all.
you, CJ. Victim shaming. He made Cassie carry powwows in her purse. Oh, well, he wasn't being biased.
J-Lo too. Mm-hmm.
And he said J-Lo was the best girlfriend he had. She was an accomplice at the club shooting. Mm.
J-Lo stayed far. J-Lo ain't dated a black man since. She been far away from him.
Ha! She went.
I said she ain't dated a black man since, and she been far away from him. She exited out the
She had
back
no
door.
idea she was getting herself up into. She
Mm-mm.
had no idea that she was messing with a thug. A true,
Doggeration.
yeah.
That's how she
Like
got the
this,
mugshot.
carrying guns and throwing guns around, and she like, what? I would be like, what? What are you doing with this gun? Are you crazy?
Mm-mm.
I,
Yes. Yes. He's
I
the
think I'm
crazy
dating the
one.
wrong guy here. I would call mom. He's running around with guns in his hands and telling me to hold them and stuff. Like, what happened?
Get me
Yeah, I
out of
don't think
here.
I like him anymore.
Mm-mm. Should have known with them dolphin teeth not to mess
Yeah,
with
he
them.
ain't got enough money
Nope.
to be this like this. This is what a raunchy man. Just woo. Mind makes your mind just go woo.
I know drugs ain't do all this. It couldn't just be drugs. This is something else. This is some next level shit.
Yeah, there's some next level. Hello, P Money. Oh, is that Priscilla? That's my niece. Priscilla P Money. What you say? Did he do it?
Yes, he
Did he
did,
do
girl.
it? Did he do what? Did he do it?
He did all of it.
Oh yeah, he did some nasty stuff. He's different. He's definitely different. He's definitely on some other stuff. But like Snowdrop said, I don't think he's gonna actually go to jail for, if he does, it's going to be like time served and all this other stuff. I just don't think there are cases slam dunking here. And even if it is, I think he's going to get in trouble for those business transactions, like you said, Hudson.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, my niece. That's my niece. Oh. Hi, Priscilla. Everybody say hello to Priscilla.
I do like that name. That is a nice name.
Indeedy do. That's one of my names, Priscilla. Indeedy do. Something I would say. Oh, that's pretty cool. I told him I was on live on Facebook because I've been streaming from there too, just to see what happens, see how it grows. It is really getting more into my personal life, though.
What?
Like being on YouTube.
You got to make another Facebook page, Mama.
Oh, I do? Like a business one?
Yeah, or one that's just not linked to your main page at all.
Oh, okay. Got it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and delete these off of Facebook. And then what I'll do is I'll make a new page on Facebook. I didn't and put that's that stupid stuff. Thank you, Hudson.
No problem. Yeah, because yeah, I don't link anything to my Facebook page. I think I got one of my Instagram pages that's linked to my Facebook page, but because everything is on there.
Right.
All
Exactly.
my friends, all that, everything. My
Exactly.
parents be on my Facebook, so no.
I know. My mom. Okay.
Mhm.
Back over here. Yeah, so that's what I'll probably do when I get off here. Moving on. Let's see what Perez is saying.
One of the tamer ones, she responded saying, OMG, I was just about to text you the same thing. A lot of evidence for the jury to process today. In a message exchange from August of 2009, they're talking about a recording of the freak-offs. Cassie told him, I just deleted the video off of my camera. It was so dope. Early on during their freak-offs, Cassie testified that she would wear wigs and masquerade masks because she and Diddy didn't want people finding out what they were doing.
That shit is
What?
hilarious to me.
I
That
think
part is
those
hilarious.
sports news.
That is to me too.
During a break, the judge told the defense that they have to be done questioning Cassie by tomorrow, reminding them that prosecutors had a day and a half with her and they will only get a day and a half with her as well.
Is that how it works?
Wow, this is a more recent exchange.
I didn't know that that's the law. Like you get only as. I thought you can go as long as you needed to.
I'm not quite sure, but I know
Yeah,
they're taking into account that she's pregnant.
yeah, and then that's different. Yeah.
They should have made him sit in there for another year. Let her have
Oh,
that baby.
I know, right? Another year. If he get out, what do you think he's going to be doing? The same things?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Change between the two of them. Messages from 2017. In the messages, Cassie accused Diddy of playing the victim. She tells him, I love our freak offs when we both want it. However, she testified today that the message was just words. She said today in court, I would say that loving freak offs were just words at that point. Oh, wow. I had not heard this before. Today, Cassie acknowledged that he wasn't the only voyeur. She testified that she sometimes watched him have sex with other women. Cassie says that this happened maybe 4 times throughout the course of their decade-long relationship, and that Diddy told her it was part of a swingers lifestyle. And we've still got more from Cassie. I will share all with you in at least one more video, maybe a couple more videos today. But until then, let's discuss all that we've learned in this video in the comment
Check out
section.
Perez Hilton. He's got a nice following. He's got some pop culture stuff going on over there. He was talking about how Usher had got arrested in the UK.
Oh shit. What's the name got arrested? You sure you know he was talking about Chris Brown?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry. Chris Brown, not
Chris Brown
Usher.
got
Him and
arrested.
Usher had gotten into a fight argument before, or a beef, or whatever they call it.
What they
That's what
get
he
into?
told
They got
us.
into a dance battle.
I don't know. That's what Perez said. So I
Oh,
researched it.
5678.
Okay, we got one more, and then we're gonna move on to Meghan. I don't know when this trial is gonna be over. I mean, depends on how many more witnesses and stuff they have,
Yeah,
right?
nobody knows. It's impossible to know.
All right, here we go.
A very, very pregnant Cassie is being grilled by Diddy's defense lawyers today, and I've got more from her testimony. Hello, my friend. It is Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer. And if you missed the video I posted earlier today about her testimony, watch that to be fully caught up. I'm really confused by the defense and some of their lines of questioning today, but hey, if they do a bad job.
Okay, wait a minute. Russell Simmons moved away?
Yeah, he moved to was it Thailand?
Really?
Yep. When the
Wow.
heat started, as soon as that heat started coming
He
to a
just
boil, he skedaddled real quick.
he said, I'm out of here.
Mm-hmm.
And how's he living? Is he living okay? I guess.
They say he got dementia, like he got onset of dementia.
Oh, that is sad.
And he, if you listen, because Aoki recorded him going off on her.
Her daughter,
Yeah, their daughter, and you could tell like something in the kitchen ain't cooking.
Oh. Okay, SCJ, thank you so much for your support and your help and being such a wonderful mod. Thank you, sweetheart. Um, wow. Okay, I didn't know he had left. And now he ain't doing too good. Interesting.
Job, I'm thrilled. I think he's guilty. I want him behind bars
Uh-oh.
forever.
Oh. He's guilty of what, Perez?
Is the queen of all media, the original influencer. And if you missed the video I posted earlier today about her testimony, watch that to be fully caught up. I'm really confused by the defense in some of their lines of questioning today, but hey, if they do a bad job, I'm thrilled. I think he's guilty. I want him behind bars forever.
Ooh.
Cassie testified that Diddy's assistants would often set up the hotel rooms before a freak off, and they would at times come in when they were staying there. But she added that she doesn't have any specific recollection of a staff member in the room when she was actively freaking off with Diddy and an escort. She never talked to any of his staffs about the freak offs or even her friends, she said today.
Wow.
Cassie recounted that Diddy needed to know her whereabouts at all times. He was incredibly jealous and insecure, paranoid that she was cheating on him, even though he was cheating on her with many other women.
How can she be?
If he was
That's
under the
that dumb
impression that
stuff. Something is wrong with him. Something is really wrong with him. He's got some missing screws.
They
You
should never
watch
give
her
him.
on a daily basis have intercourse with someone else, like for days on end, and then you're scared on the other flip side of everything, you're scared she's going to be cheating on you. What the hell?
He should have never gave you Negro's money.
It was control, isn't it? He just wants to have control. He doesn't care what was that about?
What?
The fact that he's got these escorts coming in having intercourse with her, but then don't want her to cheat on him.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't she technically cheating when she's having sex with these escorts?
That's what I said yesterday. He's stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid ass. He's stupid.
Yeah, he is out there. He's a stupido. Oh my goodness, come on.
she was with someone else, he would begin to call her incessantly.
He is, woo.
I really don't understand. I'm so
I don't
confused.
either, Perez.
At one point, the female defense attorney asked Cassie about Diddy, would you say he was an addict? She responded, I would say he was an addict. When the defense lawyer asked if he was addicted to opiates, she said, at a point, yes. Asked how she knows, Cassie answered, because he told me. Cassie testified today that she was jealous of Diddy's on-again, off-again relationship with deceased now baby mama, Kim Porter. The defense is clearly trying to paint their relationship and her a very specific way. Cassie again testified today about her brief relationship with Kid Cudi, revealing that she used a burner phone to communicate with him because she was afraid of Diddy and what he would do if he saw any of the texts or emails. More text messages were presented as evidence to the jury. This exchange from March of 2018, wow, that was like pretty close to their breakup. In March of 2018, she wrote to Diddy, "I love our FOs, freak offs."
When?
In 2018, she was still telling him she loves the freak offs.
2018.
A text from Diddy to Cassie read, "I want to."
I don't think that's a still moment. 2018 was so long ago. That's like years, decades ago.
2018? That's less than
Yes.
10 years ago.
How many?
Like 7 years ago.
That's a long time. That was in the beginning. That wasn't like, he made it seem like she was still talking about it during 2018, which is not. They was together 10 years, so it was still fresh and new.
Yep. Yep.
Me too.
Freak off right now. She replied, "LOL, me too. I want to have fun with you." Whoa. 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 This message from 2018 that he sent her said that he wanted to freak off, but if you're not into that, no problem. Making it seem like he was not forcing her to participate in these performances. Wow.
That's just one.
Even more text messages. Wow. Even more text messages from Diddy.
There was infections. There was a urinary tract infection and sores in her mouth.
She probably had everything.
Yeah.
She said there was blood on the sheets.
Yep. He didn't care.
Mm-mm. He used her like a rag, like a rag.
Just one of my baby's toys that I throw in the corner every now and then.
Mm-hmm. Just to get out the way.
Yeah. Wow. He is something else. Just when you think you have heard it all.
Bloom blow. You like me now? This is crazy.
Ooh, Diddy, what was you thinking? What was going on? What was on your mind? What was happening? Like, what is going on up there in La La Land?
This ain't drugs. Crackheads don't act like this.
Right.
I ain't never met a crackhead act like this. This is not drugs. This is something besides drugs.
Yes.
This is the devil.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at him, looking like him.
Look at him looking like him. Oh my God. Look at him looking like him.
Okay.
These from 2017 that make it seem the freak offs were consensual. In 2017, he texted her about planning for a freak off. Quote, "Didn't hear from you," he said to Cassie. "So I just put some plans in motion. Let me know to stop." In a separate text, he said, "Just let me know if I'm heading in the wrong direction so I can cancel," seemingly giving her the option to participate or not. Cassie was asked by...
That was like, I can cancel on you, period. kind of a,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that wasn't, mm-mm, mm-mm.
Or it could have been just do I have to cancel and you period, or let me send this text just in case.
Right.
And because he probably noticed that she was starting to get fed up. Or it could have been and on her, oh snap, I almost dropped my phone. And with her, if she say no, what's gonna happen later? She gonna
Yeah.
put her head through the windshield?
Right. Exactly. Get mad, send somebody over there to hit her, and you see him go over there
Mm-hmm.
and do something to her. Because
You don't.
one guy said that he saw she had got beat up so bad she was crying or someone was crying.
Oh yeah, the big guy, one of the biggest bodyguards. Like she got beat up so bad that he was crying.
Yeah. The big bodyguard. Wow.
Hmm. But his ass still ain't do nothing.
Right. What you crying for? That is a good point. What you crying
I
for?
need you to cry with me. I need you to call somebody.
Yeah, call somebody help. I'm hurt. I'm bruised up here. Do you think Big Homie CC know anything about P. Diddy?
Everybody know about Diddy. Dead ass. Everybody know about Diddy. It was not no secret.
Wow.
You see the way he was
Diddy's
on making the
defense attorney.
band.
See, it makes me want to watch it.
If you could find it, when him and Lorianne Gibson got into the fight and he was throwing chairs at her, everyone knew Diddy was.
Wow.
Everybody knew Diddy was crazy.
He was throwing chairs at a woman.
Yeah, Lorianne Gibson. And she was like his BFF back then too, but she was also a choreographer for making the band. And
Oh.
they got into it. They were in gymnasium doing something for Danity Kane, and he got upset. They started fighting, and he threw a chair at her. And then he got when he broke up Danity Kane. That's another episode. Look at the way he was talking to those girls in that conference room.
Wow.
But the Lorianne Gibson stuff, that they ended that episode with a metal chair flying across the room, and then it was like next week, and next week never came. That was the last episode. Next week never came. They never showed. And then when he beat up, was that L.A. Reid? Oh no, that was Steve Stout, because I used to work for his big headed ass. Steve Stout. When that Hate Me Now video came out, you can hate me now, but I won't stop now. With Nas, there
Okay.
was there was a piece of that video that was supposed to be edited out with him on a crucifix.
Oh.
And the first time they showed it, like the season premiere, remember they used to have season premieres of music videos? The
Yeah.
season premiere, that version was not edited out. And I was like to myself, right? I was like, I should record this right before it went off. And I was like, nah, I'll get it later. That was the only time that shit came out. I was like, damn, I should have recorded it. Listen to my shit. But yeah, because he told them, before you let that video hit the airwaves, edit out the portion with me on a crucifix. I don't want that. Because it's supposed to depict like Jesus on a crucifix or whatever.
Yeah, you don't want that.
He don't want that. And they didn't edit it out. And he went up to the office of what's his name? Steve Stout, and beat the shit out of him. Because he didn't edit
Wow.
that part out. Now that's some shit I seen a crackhead do. They do get violent. Like them drug addicts, them opiate addicts, and them crackheads, them open them like dust heads, they do get violent. But I don't know about
Wow.
none of the baby oil stuff. I've never seen that.
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't Big Homie mentioned in the remote control lawsuit against the Jaguar? What remote control lawsuit?
Remote control lawsuit along with the Jackster. What you mean, Snowdrop?
Yeah. What remote control? A remote?
Attorney what his drug of choice was. She responded, ecstasy. Doesn't that mess with your mind if you take it that much?
Yeah, every time.
She testified yesterday that they would have freak offs practically every single week for
Every
days.
week. Every week. Week.
Girl.
Ugh.
Girl. That's all I can say is girl.
I know. That's
Her
all.
pH balance ain't like off.
Totally probably off. It's gotta be.
I don't even understand how people be banging two men at the same time. Not like literally at the same time, but in like cheating and stuff like that. Cause I don't know. Maybe my system is
No,
just so
I can't imagine it either. At the same time. Like that is a lot going on.
and she's not even 20. Can't even run a car.
Right.
That shit is bananas.
It's
Diddy
bananas.
going to hell.
A gorgeous girl. It's a mess.
Whoa. Cassie said that Diddy became explosive if he found out that she would take illicit drugs without him.
Oh,
And she added that he told his
he would
drug
get
dealers
mad.
in Los Angeles to stop dealing drugs to her.
Wow.
Oh boy. Now, even more evidence of Cassie wanting to participate in freak offs.
No,
In a July 2013
that ain't got
text
nothing to do
message.
with it. That I'm a juror, and I'm just like, that has nothing to do with nothing.
Nope.
They haven't convinced me that she wanted to do this, other than he coerced, wanted her to do it, and she thought it was okay to do it, and now he's got her doing it every week.
It's called grooming.
Like a rag doll.
Mm-hmm. And I highly doubt
What was she running for?
I highly doubt that she wanted them to pee in her mouth.
Thank you.
Ain't no like, no.
Yeah.
Ain't no freak ever said piss in my mouth.
Okay. Okay. Like there's a limit.
Mm-hmm.
They crossed that limit a long time ago. Mm, mm, mm.
And your daughters gotta hear this.
Yeah.
And they gotta go to school where people talk about your daddy peeing.
Yeah.
This
Well,
not
was
to
your
laugh, but
daddy
they should
doing
be
that? Did your dad do that? Did he
Do
really?
you do that too? That's what they gotta ask him.
Yeah. He's an embarrassment. Yeah, he really messed himself up.
Oh, daddy, do you do that too? Can I pee in your mouth?
Oh, yeah.
Electric chair.
Just to get a little shock.
This is bananas. This is some
To
bullshit.
him, she
Yeah.
wrote, "Wish we could have FO'd before you left," meaning freak offed. Ew.
Trigger warning. I forgot to trigger warn this. It's oh god, I forgot to put it in my
Clutch your pearls, y'all. Clutch them.
yeah, this is trigger warning. This ain't for everybody. It's rated R. This is a trial. You would think that a trial would not be this rated R.
This ain't for everybody.
No, this ain't. This is for a mature audience only.
I'm immature, but this shit is
Mature.
very immature. I'm so immature. Oh, did you see his mother?
No, where? With her hair?
When he first went to court, this bitch gonna wear fishnet stockings to court.
Did she again? Oh,
She had her fishnets. This woman is
ain't
terrible.
nobody wearing that no more.
What the hell? This is your mama. You're supposed to be like a male fashionista. And your mama
Yeah,
be looking like that all
right.
the time? She ain't never had a hit. Like, as far as outfits go, she ain't never had a banger. She always looked terrible. Oh my
Exactly.
gosh.
Exactly. With her hair, what is it doing?
Nothing. It's not giving what she think is giving. Whatever she think is giving, it ain't that.
It ain't doing it, is it?
Mm-mm. It's not even like edgy, like
Right.
ooh, like
Like
it's
just
edgy, like it's a
yeah.
no. No, it's just some
It
fun.
just put on. Just like
Exactly.
I'm ready, y'all.
I know the kids be like, Grandma,
Yeah.
come here, sit down. Let me help you.
Sit.
Let me practice. I want to go to beauty school. Let me practice real quick, Grandma. Like, you know what I hurt her feeling. You're like, see, don't that look nice? Don't that look nice?
Sit. Whew. Sit down. Let me fix some stuff here. Woo. Mm. Yeah. Sit in this chair. Let me fix it.
Yeah, let me fix this. Oh, I got this new product, Granny. Let's try this. Let's just try it.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah.
convince her.
Right. You going to court?
Yo, I couldn't be a judge because I would call that shit out. Like, listen, you got.
Whew.
I mean, like Judge Judy out this bitch. Like, listen.
Right.
No, you ain't talking about courtroom with the fishnets. We not doing that.
Woo.
Alexa,
What the
Chair,
heck?
hold her ass in
Don't wear
contempt.
that.
Got the
Oh,
fishnets
God.
from City Trends, and she coming.
Well,
She in contempt.
yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna.
Well, give me a minute. Girl, you are funny. Oh, yeah.
Look at Perez's face. Look at his face.
We should pull her up just to see
Yeah,
what's
the
going
Meghan.
on with the mom and them fishnets.
You know,
Oh,
that's not the. What's I gonna say? The hanging over the balcony. That's not the first. What is up with that? That's not the first time I heard that.
yeah. He hung this girl over a balcony and almost dropped her. Was threatening to drop her. He's sick.
I'd have been like, drop me. See what happened.
Right. Go for it and see. See
Mhm.
what happened to you.
Yep.
See how you lose your life.
You better hope I don't survive because I'm telling everything.
Right.
Everything. I'm telling.
Yeah, I'm telling. And then some.
That's why I said, Cassie, you should have let them tapes go. I would have been like the nicest ones. I would have released. I would have been like, listen, you gonna be like, oh, I got your tapes, and no, nope, nope, no, you don't.
Right.
The ones with
Right.
him looking the dumbest is the ones I'm gonna release. The ones with him
Ex-
looking the shit.
exactly. Should.
Freak.
Yeah. taping and stuff, and I'm gonna tell. If you do anything, I'm gonna tell. Please get the hell out of here. Tell. You're gonna tell on yourself first.
Mhm.
You're gonna tell on your nasty self first.
Yeah. I was just thinking some crazy stuff because he was doing. Everybody was saying Diddy gay. First of all, I know he
Yes.
was looking ass, so he was looking somebody's cheeks. I'm be like, listen, we putting this out first. Uno reverse on his ass.
Okay.
Draw for a bitch. Like, okay, I'm going on mute.
On the 17th floor.
Cassie said that she and Diddy would call each other get high partners because they would get so high during their freak offs. Whoa. Cassie also reveals that Diddy, according to her, had an overdose in February of 2012. She told the court that evening we had a freak off. We went to a sex club in San Bernardino. And then he had a party at the Playboy Mansion that night, and I went home. From what he told me, he took a very strong opiate that night, but we didn't know what was happening, so we took him to the hospital. She shared that she learned that he had an overdose from a very strong opiate, she claims. Wow. Cross-examination at times today felt disjointed and meandering, such that at one point, Diddy's female defense attorney said, I know, I'm all over the place. They were racing against a clock because they only have Cassie for half a day more tomorrow. And then that's it. Once again, why did the defense do this? I am just baffled. His lawyer submitted into evidence a text message from January 2017, where Cassie told Diddy to stop with the freak-offs because nothing good comes from them anymore. It seems like she had a love-hate relationship with them. And as I mentioned earlier, in 2018, she was back on board with the freak-offs at that moment in time. Cassie testified that Diddy once saw her doing drugs with a female friend. So what did he do? He hit her friend. Oh, Cassie also set the record straight about some of the baby oil rumors. This will hurt some of the people that sued him in civil court. Cassie testified today that all of the drugs were consumed orally. She told the jury that no drugs were placed in baby oil. That had been a rumor.
That was a rumor.
Cassie said today that Diddy was obsessed with her relationship with Kid Cudi, and he would bring it up, quote, quite a bit. Cassie said that some of her friends knew about the abuse she suffered at his hands because sometimes they witnessed it.
Wow.
Cassie wrapped for the day. Defense will have more time with her tomorrow. The prosecution will then get an hour of redirect, and
so they would sit there and watch her get beat.
I will fuck them up.
I was not expecting that. I know, right?
You gonna sit here and watch me get my ass whooped?
Sit here and let him beat me and toss me around. At least protect me a little bit.
Try to break it up or something. No, bitch. You get what? Yeah. Me and him,
Moving out the way.
Would have had to jump that bitch like together.
Yeah, moving out the way. Excuse me. God.
Could you imagine this being your life?
No. Don't know when you're gonna get hit upside your head. Like, no.
He
Like,
tried to a freak off at the same time. Like, you got
right.
both? Like,
Yeah. Hit me and freaking off at the same time.
they had
Like,
you high
that came
and
down to
hotel to
ain't,
hotel.
ain't nothing. I don't know, girl. I get the hell out of there. But like, dang, what the hell was I doing, did, and do? And but
Doing this.
uh, it would have been too much. They would every week he wanted it.
And when was he working in between all this? And why, like, they can't just,
Yeah,
we can't go to town. We can't
right.
go to, like, dinner. Like, so
Yeah,
how was your day?
yeah.
You can't, like, be like, so how was your day?
Yes.
Nigga, this is crazy.
Nuh-uh. It's straight to the freak offs. It's everything was surrounded by Diddy and his sexual fantasies.
Everybody can't be scared of him.
You think that's what it was? Like he was some type of mafia up in this was he? Somebody said that yesterday.
I mean, all rich people have goons, and you could pay anybody to do anything. You could slide somebody $100 and they'll do something crazy. Look at the dude that was blowing up Teslas. Like,
Yeah,
when you got money, you could get anything done.
exactly.
What she should have did was go richer. That's why I said you should have got like, cause Cassie is beautiful. If she would have got a man like Anna Nicole's husband, it would have been a wrap. She could have got somebody real quick to handle him.
Oh.
And this whole white and this whole big whole world. I don't know what type of Asian she is, but I would have went right across that Atlantic or that Pacific. I think the Pacific is closer to went right across that Pacific Ocean and got some goons from over there.
Oh.
Because they really about that life.
Yeah.
The Japanese mafia ain't no joke. They don't give a F about no damn Diddy. They probably don't even know who he is. They got a whole nother world going on over there.
Yeah. A whole nother world.
Prosecutors just informed the
Scary.
court that they would like to bring forward more witnesses tomorrow,
Who?
including former Danity Kane singer Dawn Richard. Cassie wrapped for the day. Defense will
Dawn
have
got
more
the
time with her
tea, girl.
tomorrow. The
What,
prosecution
girl?
will then get an hour of redirect, and prosecutors just informed the court that they would like to bring forward more witnesses tomorrow, including former Danity Kane singer Dawn Richard.
Who's that?
From Danity Kane, Dawn Richard. That's really her last name. But the brown skin one, and she did that album with Diddy, that Dirty Money album, not the short one, the one that used to be in
Oh,
Danity Kane.
okay. So she did an album with them.
Yeah, and she was his
Oh,
artist. She was on Making the Band, and
oh, okay.
she's the only one that he like held on to. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, like he held on to her for a long time, but she also said that she had like a what's it called? Like he was crazy. She said he was crazy, and she had like an outing with him. Like she couldn't get out of her contract. She was whining and crying
Oh,
about him, and saying the same thing that everybody else said. He fucking crazy.
oh, oh. This gonna be good.
It's crazy how the only one that I know that has gotten out of a bad boy contract and gone on to excel in their career is Machine Gun Kelly. That's
Wow.
it. That's all. And recently they asked him, well, what label you on now? He's like, I don't even know. Because he signed a bad boy, but he don't even know what's going on.
He said, I don't know. I just got the hell out of there.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know who I'm signed to now, but album out next week. He's just like he don't even know. But he's the only one I know that continue to win Grammys, um, continue to go on tour, continue to get number one like albums and stuff like that and singles.
Wow.
Only because think about it, nobody else. Everybody else literally ran away.
Wow. That is something.
But Dawn was whining and crying. She did a live once. You could probably find it on YouTube where she was crying and just like letting it all out, talking about Diddy and how he was like holding them hostage basically
No
and
way.
won't let her do her music, won't let her flourish. Like
Oh, wow. Holding her back.
mm-hmm.
Wow. See, that's why he's sitting up in that courtroom.
Yep. God don't like ugly. He gone. Like you could run and hide from everybody else.
Right.
All right, I'm going on mute.
Dawn has filed a lawsuit against Diddy in civil court alleging sexual and physical abuse. Danity Kane was made on Making the Band, which Diddy was the mogul that oversaw. It was his MTV show, and they were signed to his label. I could tell that tomorrow the defense is going to ask more about the infamous 2016 Intercontinental Hotel freak off, the one where we saw on the hotel security camera footage that he beat her. Today, the defense asked if she took some bad MDMA. She didn't recall. Also, she testified that Diddy didn't want to get caught in the Matrix during their freak-offs. She told the court that he expressed concern about getting caught in the Matrix, their code for getting too high during freak-offs. A matrix is like the high, and we would be getting too high for anything sexual to happen. There would be no performance, she told the jury. Oh my God, so much. Let's discuss it all in the comments.
Wow. They're in the Matrix.
Who do you think they're gonna, or who do you think they should call up there? I think they should have a Ciroc representative because he was doing business with them. I think that Misha should have to testify because that was like his first public girlfriend.
Okay.
I bring the kids too. Shit, some of them are grown. Some of them are grown.
Okay. Now, let me go check, Hudson. I'm going to go check on my family real quick, okay? And then I want to switch over to Meghan, but I need to check on them first.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Do you want me to stay here or you want to come back?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave and I'll be
Okay.
back.
See you
Okay.
shortly. All right, y'all. See y'all in a minute.
Okay, where are you going? Where'd she go? Hudson. Where did Hudson go? Hudson. No, I wanted her to stay while I go and check on the family, and then I'll be back. But she left. I want to talk about Meghan, the dumbest BICTH ever. Oh my goodness. This is Joe Rogan. He's unfiltered. Guys, let me go check on my family real quick. I don't know where Hudson went. I must have didn't make myself clear. Hudson, are you still out there? I heard about the cheesecake situation. Okay, guys, I gotta go check on them real quick, okay? I'll be back. I don't know what happened to Hudson. I was gonna have her talk to you guys while I was gone, but that ain't happening. So chat with yourselves. Hey, Rocket Doolittle. What are you doing? Okay. Did Hudson ever come back? I don't know where Hudson went. She literally disappeared. Okay. What am I saying? Hey, Rocky. Okay, he said we're good. He's going to put her to bed. So we're going to be careful. Some of this stuff is a little out there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Hudson advice and create a page for my YouTube. Okay, so I just moved those. Rocky just left. And then I'm going to move this one later. Okay. Hopefully he's not swearing too bad. And let's just hope for the best. We're going into Meghan.
That man loves me so much. And, you know, look what we built. We've built a beautiful life and we have 2 healthy, beautiful children. If you haven't noticed, my husband's very, very handsome.
It's so fake.
This can't be real.
Oh, he's such a great partner.
It sucks. Are you joking?
It's
This is
bad.
terrible.
You suck. You suck.
Mm.
I feel that.
What? Stop. All of it is fake.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
I don't like it. Just talking nonsense. It's
Nonsense.
Right, I feel that
Stupid.
every day in how supportive he's been. He's also a fox.
You're ugly.
stupid. It's weird, right?
It's weird.
Right.
I get another lecture from you, I'm gonna go crazy.
Oh my gosh, I work so hard.
Shut the fuck up. You're
I
an
don't
idiot.
know where Hudson went.
Meghan Markle is back in the headlines, and not for the reasons you'd expect. She's getting emotional on podcasts, still signing autographs with a royal title that's no longer hers.
Oh my gosh, look at all these photos about last night. ... Thank you, Beyonce and team, for an amazing concert and a very fun date night. All love. Girl, she didn't invite you to the concert.
She wants all of the privileges that go along with an identity, but she doesn't want any of the responsibility. She doesn't want to do any of the work. She wants the tiara. She doesn't want the public service.
And yet again, her staff keep walking out the door. But that's just the surface. Behind the tears and tabloid buzz, there are lawsuits, public backlash, and a growing trail of rumors pointing to something way more complicated.
Wow, Megan, you have pissed some people off in the She didn't build anything. She's full of it. I don't know where I got that from. Joe Rogan. He it's his. Okay, let's go back. I'm gonna start over.
That man loves me so much. And, you know, look what we built. We've built a beautiful life and we have two healthy, beautiful children. If you haven't noticed, my husband's very, very handsome.
It's so fake.
It's
Yeah.
so fake.
Oh, he's such a great partner.
It sucks.
Are you joking?
This
It's
is
bad.
terrible.
It's
You
bad.
Suck. You suck.
Mm.
I feel that.
What? Stop.
All of it is fake.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
I don't like it. Just talking nonsense.
Nonsense.
It's stupid.
Right, I feel that every day in how supportive he's been. He's also a fox.
You're ugly.
It's weird, right?
I
Right.
get another lecture from you, I'm gonna go crazy.
Oh my gosh, I work so hard.
Shut the fuck up.
She
You're
works
an
so
idiot.
hard.
Meghan Markle is back in the headlines, and not for the
I
reasons
worked
you'd
so
expect. She's getting
hard.
emotional on podcasts,
Let me see,
still
I'm
signing
getting
autographs
emotional.
with a royal title that's no longer hers.
Oh my gosh, look at all these photos about last night. ... Thank you, Beyonce and team, for an amazing concert and a very fun date night. All love. Girl, she didn't invite you to the concert.
Did not
She
invite
wants
you.
all of the privileges that go along with an identity, but she doesn't want any of the responsibility. She doesn't want to do any of
She doesn't want the responsibility. She doesn't want to do the work. That's why only certain people only got the scammer jam. And if you want to go back a little bit further, let's talk. Let's talk about what that guy just said. Let me go back. She didn't write that. Meghan wrote that. Beyonce didn't invite Meghan to the concert. She's trying to make us believe that she was invited by Beyonce. Stop the madness.
the work. She wants the tiara. She doesn't want the public service.
And yet
She wants the tiara. She doesn't want the public service. She wants the robe, but she doesn't want the service. She wants IPP status, but she doesn't want to do the service. Okay, she wants to be on the balcony. She wants to have the glitz and glam. She wants to have the prestige of being a duchess, but she's not getting any of those accolades. None. She gets none of those accolades. They're gone. Unfortunately, she missed the boat. She missed the boat. I don't know. It says Joe Rogan, hilarious, destroys Meghan Markle for her real tears. So I don't really know whose channel this is. So hopefully they don't strike me or anything.
Yet again, her staff keep walking out the door, but that's just
Her staff keeps walking out the door because she's a bully, she's a dictator, she's all of that and then some. Look, she is not this feminist, philanthropist person. She is full of herself. She is full of herself. Her staff is walking out the door. She had to become her own CEO. Look at this.
the surface. Behind the tears and tabloid buzz, there are lawsuits, public backlash, and a growing trail of rumors pointing to something way more complicated and maybe even a little shady.
You know, I mean, she used to be on
Was
Deal or
he
No
infiltrated?
Deal. Look, she was on Deal or No Deal.
Yeah, that's right.
And then the wife convinces you to leave the royal family. Like, I'm out. I don't need you guys. Which is crazy because don't you just get free money?
We want our privacy and safety, but we'll go be at Beyonce concerts and do whatever we want. Oh, look at him.
At this point, some people say she'd be better off
I
rebranded
don't know
as
who
the
this
Duchess
is.
of Drama. One viral
Maybe we
comment
should
even
watch
joked
the Joe
she'd trust an
Rogan one.
astronaut impersonator before taking advice from Meghan Markle. Ouch.
Reopen British markets for American companies. All that Britain demands in return is that we keep these two.
No, I refuse. I'm sick of it. No, I don't want them. No, I don't want them. It's just they are so ridiculed all over the place.
And it seems like that lady is a temptress. She's a siren. She's lured him into the rocks.
Meghan sat down with Jamie Kern-Lima, a self-made billionaire and motivational powerhouse, for a podcast that was supposed to be all about raw, emotional honesty. But what listeners got, a totally different vibe. The whole thing felt less like a heart-to-heart and more like a staged performance. From the get-go, the energy was off.
Oh my God, that hat. Oh God, he's so
Always trying to prove. I don't know whose this is. So I don't know who's. Let me take a look. This is Star Spotlight. I'm gonna give her. I'm gonna subscribe. I'm gonna give her a thumbs up. Okay. This was good.
Look at him. Isn't it Prince Harry? She bagged a fox. But look how nice is she pulling away from her lovely prince. It's so good. Who's filming this?
The host came across as painfully cringy, and Meghan, she seemed about as genuine as her scripted cooking moments on Netflix.
You know what? I don't think I can play it. She has music in the background. Yeah, watch the video a little speed up so you won't get striked. I'm actually going to take this video off because you hear the music in the background, Juanita. Hello, Juanita. My sister's here, guys. That's Priscilla's mom. So basically, what I'm going to do is cut it off right now because of the music in the background. I feel like she doesn't want me using this, so I'm not going to use it. But it was funny. Let's go on to
A very, very pregnant Cassie is being
we are going to go here, here, in my playlist. And let's go to, I made a,
Top scoop getter at The Spectator is Cara Kennedy. It was less than a year ago that Harry and Meghan were dumped by Spotify and slammed as effing grifters by a boss after failing to deliver on their £15 million podcast deal with the streaming giant. But like a phoenix from the ashes, the Duchess of Sussex is now back with a new deal after signing to lesser-known streaming firm Lemonada? Me neither. To keep producing her infamous Archetypes podcast. Announcing her new podcast deal, Jessica Cordova-Kramer, the founder of Lemonada. Me neither.
I don't know what I'm doing yet.
My business hasn't gotten traction yet. No one's picked up my book proposal yet.
Yes.
I haven't found my soulmate yet. Everything is yet.
The power of yet.
The power of
The power of yet. That's at least a marketable phrase, right? That phrase is not even Meghan Markle's own phrase. That phrase comes from a 2014 TED Talk by some lady named Carol Dweck.
Instead of luxuriating in the power of yet, they were gripped in the tyranny of now.
Breaking right now. It is a popularity car crash of epic proportions. YouGov has just come out with its new statistics about the royal family, and look away right now if you happen to be named Meghan Markle or Prince Harry. The fake Duchess has just slumped to an all-time popularity low with just 20% approval. You know, that's the type of approval that
pause it. Red alert. Red alert, red alert, red alert. Meghan Markle's popularity in Britain hits record low. Duchess' favorability rating plunges to just 20% in new poll, and only Prince Andrew is more disliked. I am shocked. I'm surprised Juanita is still up. But yeah, I needed to remove that because her rating, her popularity sucks also too here in the United States. She is called a loser again in 2025 already.
Keir Starmer probably thinks as bad. And Prince Harry, the least popular he's been for 3 years. Now, it's no surprise, is it, when you think about what has gone on over the past week. We have Prince Harry revealing personal private details about his father's cancer battle in a car crash woe is me interview with the BBC. We have Meghan hosting the most embarrassing PDAs at a Beyonce concert.
Yep.
Thanking herself on Mother's Day and selling a whole load of tat for a lot of money. And then, perhaps most concerningly for Harry, we have a picture that I think will come to define the past 5 years. Looking wired and out of sorts, wandering up and down a London street.
Oh,
with his eyes dilated and his phone to his ear.
His nose is red.
With no security in sight.
Where's the security?
Newsweek has said that Meghan Markle's fan base has reached its smallest size ever.
Her fan base.
In Britain as a result of this unfavorable score of 65%, meaning her net approval rating is now at -45. YouGov said, new YouGov data shows that favorability towards Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, is at its lowest point since it started being tracked in 2017. Following the recent failure of his protection case and subsequent interview with the BBC, Prince Harry is also seen negatively by the British public.
This
The
is
latest YouGov Royal
important.
Favorability Tracker poll finds that only
This is important. You know why this is important? Because their popularity depends on their success. Without popularity, they have nothing because they don't have a talent. Harry doesn't have a talent. Meghan doesn't have a talent. What? Making jam? She's not making enough to sell or even put on a bill. What is she going to do with the scammer jam? And like that gentleman just said, she's not making the jam anymore. It's like she starts a project and then there you go. She stops a project. Failure. Yep. Failure. Her popularity depends on her success. Look at what every poll is at a new time low.
7% of Britons have a positive opinion of Prince Harry, with 63% having a negative view of him, his worst score since early 2023. Again, younger people feel more favorably towards the prince than older people. And by the way, Meghan has just been caught up in another plagiarism scandal. This one revealed by Michael Knowles of the Daily Wire, and we'll get to that in just one moment. But first, let me bring in Father Calvin Robinson. Father Calvin, are you at all surprised that no matter what these two try and do to turn around their latest PR disaster, the British public are just saying no, no, no?
Not surprised at all. My message has been from the very beginning that they need to take a break from public life. That would solve many of their PR disasters. Yes, their ratings are shrinking because they continue to make fumbles rather, mistakes publicly, and they're attacking people and they're looking to just go away from public life for a bit.
But they're not going to do that, Father Calvin, because they need money.
They need to go away,
and
he said.
Their money, and I think what's so unfortunate now,
go away,
their money.
Yes, their ratings are shrinking because they continue.
The British public are just saying no, no, no.
No, 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 no.
Not surprised at all. My message has been from the very beginning that they need to take a break from public life. That would solve many of their PR disasters. Yes, their ratings are shrinking because they continue to make fumbles rather, mistakes publicly, and they're attacking people and they're looking back. Just go away from public life for a bit.
Go away.
But they're not going to do that,
He
Father
said,
Calvin,
go away from public life for a moment. Go away from public life for a moment. Meghan's never going to do that. She's on Instagram. She's on Lemonada. She's on podcast here, podcast there. She's everywhere. And still going nowhere. And still is not going anywhere. No, she's not going anywhere. She's stuck. She's stuck. She thinks people can relate to her, relate to when she starts opening her mouth. And then we're like, what are you talking about? A whole bunch of word salad. I'm wonderful and you're wonderful too. No, you're wonderful. If Hudson was on here, I don't know where she went. She must have had to drive. Someone knocking at the door. Someone's ringing the bell. Someone's knocking at the door. Someone's ringing the bell. Do me a favor and don't open the door and let them in. Have you seen the picture of him yet in the door? I did. He looked like he was lost. Harry looked lost. Allegedly. Looking for his dealer? Allegedly. Wow. What was he doing? Seriously. He's putting his own self in danger. He's putting his own life in a situation where he could get, hurt running around without security. Do we not have security because they can't afford it anymore? While they at the Beyonce concert spending that extra money, he's got to pay them lawyer fees for losing in court. Ain't it $4 million? I don't know, Clarissa. According to Lady C, he does. If he wasn't the king's son, he would have been laughed out of court. Yes, Dinwiddie. Oh, God, not this fake Catholic. Oh, you're talking about him. Well, he's got something to say good about the gruesome twosome. If he did that here in New York City, he would have been punched or the cops called. Who is this crazy ginger? Yeah, here too. Like, what are you doing knocking on my door? May I help you? Harry's the type of guy that'll trip over a cordless phone. Watched Lady C a few times. Yeah, she's good. She believes that he's on something. Extreme warning for a tornado. Oh God. Take cover, SCJ. SCJ is in the middle of a storm.
Money. And their money, and I think what's
Their money, they need money.
Their money
We
comes
gotta make
from
money.
a constant need and
The
a
constant
constant
flow
desire
of money.
to be in the spotlight. So, for example, Father Calvin, we saw they went to a Beyonce concert over the weekend. Now, that's fine. Royals can go to concerts, but what was so unbecoming was they decided to share to the world this sort of PDA, that stands for a public display of affection, by the way, which looked so insincere. Meghan was almost like turning her face away, and the royals said that she looked a little bit repulsed. But this is just behavior which cheapens the royal family, doesn't it? Given Harry remains in line to the throne.
It's not even that. It just looks fake. It's rehearsed. She's trying to pretend and act like they're having the best of time at this concert. And not only that, at Beyonce's concert, but trying to pretend that they're in love and everything is just okay. Even if we didn't get the security, we're still gonna, aren't they still gonna contest it? What's going to be good in August if Samantha wins her case? Her sister. Hello, Judith.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly not the first PDA we've had, but it's not a good thing. We don't want any more of it, I would say. It looks like he's leaning away to it. None of it looks very good and natural, but yeah, we don't need to see that.
It's really interesting
Maybe
digging
they're
down
trying to of something that's not true.
Yeah, it's really interesting digging down into these figures, Father
You don't
Calvin, by
need
the
to
way,
see them.
because I think what might surprise some people and will absolutely horrify Prince Harry has been the surging popularity, or it's happened over a long period of time, for Prince William. He, for the
I will
first
get off
time now,
my
is the
device
most popular member of
yesterday.
the royal family. Harry always used
Not
to be more
this your
popular
phone.
than him.
You'll need it.
Catherine, his wife, used to be more popular than him, and so was the late Queen Elizabeth II. But I guess people have seen, Calvin, the way that he's dealt with the past year, which means he's had to deal with all of that incoming fire from Prince Harry at the same time as his wife suffering from
Careful,
cancer,
SCJ.
being a good dad, and sort of thought, actually, we quite like this guy. Do you know what I mean? I think William's reputation has almost been enhanced by what Harry has done. And there's such an irony in that, Father Calvin, because, of course, it was the opposite of what Harry wanted. Harry thought Spare, his tell-all autobiography, which presented William as a bully and someone who was physically violent and someone who was unkind and disloyal, he thought that was going to damage Prince William's popularity. Well, at least in the UK, it's had the opposite effect.
Self-awareness. In Spare, Harry comes across as a sniveling, entitled brat, and so people find empathy with the person he thinks is the antagonist, but actually I think William comes across as the protagonist, which of course he is. He is direct heir to the throne, and he is the star of the story. He is the main character as much as Harry wants to be the main character. He will never be. He is a backup character.
He's the main
And
character.
that's, I suppose, where the title comes from, but that's what he has to come to grips with, really.
The thing is, Father Calvin, the fall of Prince Harry will go down in history. I mean, this will be studied, right, across the ages, because he used to sit above where William sits now on this table. He was actually even more popular at times with the British public than the late Queen herself. And now, if we go back to that table again, he sits as the third least popular royal, far less popular than even Princess Beatrice, Princess Eugenie, and Camilla. But what's so critical with Beatrice and Eugenie, for example, and even Camilla, there's just people sort of shrugging their shoulders. They don't really dislike them. They just don't really know them. Whereas with Harry, it's so baked in now.
Oh,
a
be
negative
careful.
rating of 63%.
Sirens are going off. That means there's a tornado.
Only a 27% unfavorably. And of course, it's only his wife and Prince Andrew, for very obvious reasons, even though I have some of my own views on that, which it's not the time for now.
Yeah.
But it's just a historic, I guess it's a historic fall from grace. Probably the only royal who has had a similar fall from grace is the king, who abdicated and became the Duke of Windsor as a result of Wallis Simpson. But first, Father's Day, just around the corner. Did you remember that, by the way? And are you thinking right now, I have to buy something for my dad? Back to the show.
It shows us that these things can change. He does have time to turn it around. If he stops publishing things and talking about his family, if he moves back to the UK and apologizes to his family and just toes the line for a while, people could come to like him. I remember when he was younger, like we always used to think he was a lad. Like he was someone you'd want to have a pint with, someone who seemed quite funny. But then he started taking himself far too seriously, developed a victimhood complex, and married a succubus. And so, of course, people are
married a succubus. Did you hear what he married? A succubus. That is her new name. Not, it's Mimi is still it, but succubus. Gee whiz. He married a succubus. He did. He married the wrong woman. He married the wrong woman. He did. Because his life has been about her ever since. Oh, they're listening. They hear that siren. Energy vampire. Succubus. She is that. She is that. And it's a shame. It's a shame he married her and then bared her kids, apparently. And now they're running around with Beyonce like they're having this wonderful, hilarious, glorious moment in time, timeless, like they're so in love. No, I didn't get that. You're acting. You're acting.
Was mostly of her, and if he returns to his family, that might change back.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I think there'd have to be a heck of a lot of groveling. A heck of a lot of groveling. Now, Father Calvin, Meghan Markle recently did her first podcast interview with Jamie Kern Lima, and it was car crash for so many levels. People can go back and watch my full takedown of the whole thing on YouTube. But there was one particular moment from the interview involving the word yet, which has gone viral for all the wrong reasons, especially amongst the American online right, like End Wokeness on X, which posted this.
I don't know what I'm doing yet. My business hasn't gotten traction yet. No one's picked up my book proposal yet.
Yes.
I haven't found my soulmate yet. Everything is yet.
The power of yet.
The power of
The power
You
of
wanted to
yet.
kill me for showing you that yet.
The power of yet. That's
Why do you always do
stupid
this
stuff.
to me?
Are you inspired?
Not yet.
Power
Michael
of
Knowles
yet.
from the Daily Wire was doing a bit of investigation into that clip after it went viral and had an astonishing discovery. Watch.
Yet again, I want to gouge out my ears while Meghan Markle is speaking. The power of yet. Let's be as fair as we can. She's proposing an idea, the power of yet, which is just a kind of blind optimism that things will turn around. Even if one's life is not progressing as one would like, it'll just turn around as long as we just keep thinking positively. The power of yet. That's at least a marketable phrase, right? That phrase is not even Meghan Markle's own phrase.
Ooh.
That phrase comes from a 2014 TED Talk by some lady named Carol Dweck.
And what I love about Michael Knowles is he's brought the receipts, right? Watch.
Instead of luxuriating in the power of yet, they were gripped in the tyranny of now.
So it's not. It's not an original idea. She just ripped off this phrase from this lady, Carol Dweck. It wasn't particularly interesting when Carol Dweck said it 11 years ago. And one does not need to knock Meghan Markle for not having an original idea. No one pretty much has an original idea. But the ideas that she is then promoting are not even great ideas. It'd be one thing if she went on some podcast and said, well, you know, here's what Aristotle had to say about something. Oh, you know, here's a really interesting line from Euripides. I don't know, something that stood the test of time. No. She's ripping off really shallow ideas from shallow self-help YouTube videos. Why? Why does this woman have a podcast? Why does she have a show?
Right.
Why? The power, these women, these.
Why does she have a podcast? Why, and why? Good question. Limonado.
These people should not have shows. And yet they do, and that's an injustice. And the only way that I will be able to console myself is with the power of yet. That their shows haven't been canceled yet. Meghan Markle has not been silenced in public life yet.
I mean, look, he has a very fair point, but I mean, the plagiarism is quite astonishing, Father Coven, because it really does feel like this woman doesn't have an original idea in her head. She ripped off With Love, Meghan, the Netflix series from Pamela Anderson. She ripped off the title of her new podcast, Confessions of a Female Founder, from a young Irish influencer. And even the concepts that she pushes as her own have been taken from someone else.
You know what? I don't even care about the plagiarism. I just can't stand how she thinks everything she says is so profound.
Yeah.
It's so surface level. It's so dull. It's so empty. It's like the power of, there's no power in yet.
Yeah. The power in yet. Like she tries to sound so profound and so intellectual and so, like she's changing the world. I think that was a good statement because that's how she sounds. She's annoying. She's got an annoyingness to her. Very annoying. Because she doesn't have an audience. Her audience, she's missing her audience. Hello, Lizzie. How are you? Yeah, we're probably wrapping it up soon.
You just you might as well just put ... put lips at the end. It means nothing. It's
Nothing.
empty. And she says it like it's the most profound thing we're hearing today.
It does.
Hey.
Yeah, it definitely isn't. It definitely isn't. Now, Father Calvin, I have to ask you about the New York Times. We know they're on the hard left these days. We know that they hate anything connected to the United Kingdom or England, certainly our royal family. But why do they continue to effectively act as propagandists for Prince Harry and Meghan? And I ask as a result of this new feature that they've written where they blame King Charles for the row with Harry.
This is a like button,
They
guys.
brand Prince William as
support the
work shy.
channel.
And I think what's most shocking is they actually say that Charles's entire reign is going to be a failure unless he actually resolves things with his son. And I disagree with that. I don't think he does have to resolve them.
He doesn't
and what
have
I
to
also
resolve
find really
anything.
interesting is that this is
doesn't
just
need
the
to
New
be
York Times as
continue
ever working on behalf
be
of
king.
Prince Harry and Meghan, because you'll remember they have a
He
close
does not
relationship with the
need
newspaper.
to
Meghan grants
reconcile with Harry and his shenanigans. Last week, he just did that BBC interview about his dad and said that his dad wanted him dead. Now they want them dead. Saying stupid stuff. Real stupid stuff. No. What do you mean? It's your father's fault. It's all his fault. It's going to land on his head if anything happens to you and your family. It's going to be your dad's fault. No, Harry, it's going to be your fault because you're the man of the family and you the one have to take care of everyone else. It is your responsibility to make sure she's safe because you're the one left the country. Oh, boy. You say bye-bye. You thought that this was going to be a better situation for you and Meghan. God, who's this? Where is Joe Rogan? Give me a moment. I'm looking for Joe Rogan's clip. I don't see the one with Meghan. Mm-mm. Oh, well. No, she's not on there.
To them, her only newspaper interview for the launch of With Love Meghan, to the food section. She's previously written about her miscarriage with them, etc., etc., etc. Why does the New York Times get it so wrong when it comes to Britain, and especially reporting on our royal family?
Yeah,
That's
good
fascinating.
question.
The idea that for the king to succeed, he would have to make it up with Harry. I think it's the exact opposite. For the king to succeed, he needs to cut all ties with Harry and probably strip him of his title or something. It's insane that the New York Times seems to have the opposite of what's going on in the minds of British people.
The opposite.
I suppose they're not in touch with British people. They have no connection.
That's not
Who else
good.
is just a propagandist arm. Why is there connection?
It's almost like the media is not median in it. Okay. Hello, dictator. You're probably not going to be too long, but you're welcome to come up. What was I saying? The media don't be median in it. Hello, Carla. Yeah, the media don't be media in it. How are they not going to report the real news and the real stuff? And so that's where the YouTubers come in it, and you can see reporters looking around. They should be worried because we're not listening to what they're reporting on if they're not reporting on the real deal. Thank you, Mill. And see, Dan Wooden is reporting on the real deal. King Charles is doing the right thing. Isn't well, he doesn't need that troll. Harry, you can blame your family, but not forgiven. I don't think his father needs to stop doing what he's doing and focus on the kingdom. He can't focus on his wayward son, the prodigal son that decided to leave home. No, that wants daddy to take care of him forever. You need to take care of me, daddy. You need to take care of me. Hello, dictator.
Hi, everyone.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you all? I just woke up, so I don't know if I can speak properly.
Yeah, we're listening to Dan Wooden. We did Diddy in the beginning, and now we're doing Dan Wooden.
Okay.
talking about different things like Meghan being unpopular, using words that don't mean anything and that are not like
Word salad.
profound. Yes.
Okay.
Talking about different things like okay. Let's see.
Yeah. I find, do you know what? One of the things about the podcast, I was talking about this the other day actually, and her and her podcast and the people they interview, they are all so
fake.
Fake, and I can't even think of the word now because I've just woken up. But inarticulate. None of them make sense. They're all going, oh my God, and like, wow, and all that stuff happened. They can barely string a sentence together, and it just becomes so boring.
It does.
Where
it's
they're not. They don't put any messages like, what are you trying to say? What is it that you're actually, the message that you're trying to put out?
Yes.
And you have to go through 5, 10, 15 minutes of, oh my God, like, wow. And I was like, this happened and blah, blah, blah. And you're going, what are you actually saying? And it takes about 5, 10 minutes to actually figure out the point of what they're trying to say.
Right.
And they've lost their audience 5 minutes ago. And it's just blah. It's just word salad.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Hello, Melissa. You're absolutely right. They lose their audience.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I still want to do another podcast. One day. Yeah, we'll do another podcast.
Yeah, and then she's got these great people and these founders, and they've done some wonderful things, but none of them could actually string a sentence together. And you're trying to figure out what they're saying, and it doesn't get there.
Exactly. Exactly. What was Harry doing knocking on people's doors?
Well, there's a theory about that because he didn't have his bodyguard with him or his security after sitting there crying his eyes out that he doesn't get his security. There is a theory that... Sorry?
I said exactly.
Yeah, so after crying his eyes out that he's got no security or anything, he's now wandering around London without it. And there is a theory that the only reason that you would do that without security is depending on what you're going to do, either on what you're going to do. So either beginning with D,
yeah,
or beginning with a P, S worker. That's why they drop their security.
Wow.
So an S worker or D's, that's the theory. He was up to no good. He was being a naughty boy behind the scenes.
Up to no good. That's why he looks so guilty.
Yeah. It's like, quick, I need some stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I'm outside.
Yeah. And that's why he couldn't find the address. Because they were his friends allegedly, and his friends, they said that the friends actually moved to Switzerland years ago. So why would you not know that? Why would you not know? Why would you not know that your friends don't live there or that they actually moved out?
Exactly.
So, yeah. So the theory was he was up to no good.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's something. Yep.
Yeah. I had a little bit of gossip there for you today.
I'm sorry?
I had a little bit of gossip there for you today.
Yes, you did. Thank you.
That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That Diddy trial. Oh, it was awful, wasn't it, today?
Oh yeah.
Yesterday for me.
Yesterday was hard. Yesterday was really like, yeah.
They said even her husband actually had to get up and he left when the trial when it got so bad, because either he didn't want to hear it or she asked him to leave, because she goes, I don't want him to hear it. He probably knows how bad it is, but she asked him to leave so that he just couldn't hear the horrible bits.
Oh, okay. I thought he's been subpoenaed to speak too.
I don't know.
I think so. I think he's been subpoenaed to speak too, and there's only certain things he can hear and can't hear. So I think they have to escort him out.
Oh, I see. Maybe that's maybe.
Yeah, I'm not sure though.
Yeah, poor Dove. She was talking about she had all the sores in her mouth and
Yeah.
It's just so awful.
Awful. Awful. Awful. Awful.
Yeah, Susan, she's 8 months pregnant. Oh, my heart is with her. A couple more days and then she can just let it go. Enjoy her baby. She's done it. Sorry?
He said that they only have half a day tomorrow and then that's it, because the prosecutor only had a day and a half.
Yeah. She just got to get through the next couple of days and then she's done and she can go off and leave it all behind her.
Yeah.
Have her baby. I just hope she's happy. I'm sure she is. Her husband looks like a good man who's taking care of her.
Yes, he is.
Poor lamb. Oh, I should have woke up earlier. I could have joined you. Yeah, Clarissa, just put that chapter behind her. Let her move forward.
Melissa, you have a channel? Melissa, I didn't know you had a channel. Post it in here.
Yeah, put it in here.
Put your channel in here. Oh, at least I can still subscribe. You make funny shorts and random posts. Yeah. Okay. That's where you start. Yeah, put that chapter behind her. Okay. That's fine. She's being a little shy. Petty LaBelle.
Petty LaBelle. A good name. So what was he talking about? I like him. What's his name? Mr. Robinson. Talking about King Charles. What he's not.
He was
he's not.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, sorry, you carry on.
No, he was talking about Meghan actually, and saying how they need to go away, for a while, and just maybe people will start liking them again.
Oh, I think that ship has sailed. They've just done too much.
I do too. And King Charles needs to. Someone said, "Do you think King Charles needs to reconcile or some stupid stuff like that?" No, he should not. He should focus on being a king.
No, he shouldn't. Prince Harry is a 40-year-old man. Everybody admits there's something actually quite wrong with him after that BBC interview. He's clearly not well, but he's not been well for most of his life. But he's a 40-year-old man. At some point, he's got to take responsibility for himself. And even if he's not well, like like a lot of people in London think that he's having a breakdown after that BBC interview, that he's on a downward spiral to having a breakdown. Well, then he needs to get himself help. And his wife, I can't remember who I was watching. One of Kinsey Schofield, she had a psychologist on, a behaviour expert, and a psychologist, and they all agree that Harry's going into a downward spiral. And until he gets his wife, if she's not going to help him, then he needs to go and get some proper help, because they both agreed that Meghan is not the best person for him. She's not helping him. And unless you have positive people around you when you're not a well person, she's just making him worse. So, but he needs to take responsibility for himself and his mental health. If he's been in therapy all his life, like he's saying, then he needs to go back into therapy and start taking responsibility for himself.
Right.
But he's a 40-year-old man. King Charles he's got cancer. He's handing over the reins to William. William's transitioning to be king now. They've got enough to do. At some point, you've got to let people go, I've got a son or I've got a family member who is not well, who's not helping themselves, who is not sorting themselves out. And you have to let people go, I've got to I can't keep dealing with my wayward son. I've got to be myself and put my other son first and my health first. Right. Sorry, I might have rambled that there because I've just woken up.
Go ahead.
But yeah, they can't. People are going, no, you've got to take care of Harry like he's a baby. He's not. He's a 40-year-old man. He's caused absolute carnage all over the world. He's got charities that are being investigated. He's bullied the Queen in her final years. He caused her grief, Prince Philip grief, his father grief, and he will cause Prince William grief in the future.
Yeah.
He's got to take the responsibility for what he's done.
He does.
Yeah, so people got to just leave King Charles and Prince William alone. Just let them be now.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I like that. That was good.
Yeah, ding ding. Yeah.
So tight with Markles, I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on there, but who gains from this? I suppose they do, because they get better exclusives from Meghan and Harry, and so as long as they continue peddling their propaganda, they'll have that relationship. But do people even buy the New York Times anymore?
No, of course they don't, and nor should you. I mean, they're completely irrelevant. What is interesting, though, Father Calvin, is did you see this? Even some of the, I guess, woke institutions are now turning very much on Meghan and Harry. We saw it happen with South Park, remember, months ago. But until now, Saturday Night Live, SNL, which still does remain an institution amongst a particular group of Americans. I mean, it's very woke. It's very anti-Republican. It's not something I would ever choose to watch. Yeah, and it's crap, isn't it? It's sort of, yeah. That's a whole other story. But they finally made a joke. A good joke, actually, at the expense of Harry and Meghan during the Weekend Update. Watch.
President Trump also announced a new trade deal with the UK that will reopen British markets for American companies. All that Britain demands in return is that we keep these two.
I mean, it's not a bad joke. You could argue they're doing it 2 or 3 years too late, but still a significant moment, because do you remember when South Park turned on Harry and Meghan? It was like, oh, whoa, like
that was so brilliant. South Park
in the American zeitgeist, the American culture. You're there, Father Calvin. Do you pick it up?
Yeah, I never hear people talking positively about them. People only ask, like, what is their deal? Like, why are they like this? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with them. But I don't hear much from people I'm around. But that doesn't mean anything, because I don't tend to hang around with crazy liberals.
Yeah, very true. You hang around with sound people who, I guess look, Harry and Meghan give us a bit of entertainment, right? Like,
Yeah, they
maybe
do.
that is what their
They
purpose is
do.
for now. You know,
The court jesters.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. The court jesters, the royal equivalent of the village idiots. Father Calvin Robinson, so brilliant to have you. Just a final word, Father Calvin, from you. You had some big news this week. Congratulations. Things in your life returning to a little bit of calm.
As calm as my life ever gets.
Which
I
is
still
not
have
very.
depression,
So what's
in my
happened? Fill
inbox
us in. What's
yesterday.
happened?
But I'm back in the church. As you can
Amazing.
see, I'm here, back at St. Paul's. We're back to having our services, regular services, Sunday morning, 10 a.m. You're all welcome. St. Paul's, Grand Rapids. They left the Anglican Catholic Church. I followed them, and we are just blessing and thanking God. So that's it, really.
Well, I'm very happy to hear that, Father Calvin Robinson. Very, very happy to hear it, because it's been a very stressful
that's nice.
few weeks for you.
Yeah.
And it's so brilliant to have had you today. We will speak next week. Father Calvin, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for watching Dan Wootton Outspoken.
Dan,
Please
what
click on
you
my face just to the
wonderful.
bottom.
Clarissa, I don't think the king will abdicate. No, they don't really do that. He'll be like the queen. He'll just he'll still be king, and they'll just sort of fade.
Oh.
Not fade, but they'll like the queen. She was still queen right up until the end.
Top scoop getter at The Spectator is Cara Kennedy. It was less than a...
Sorry about that. We watched this earlier, but it's got music. I want to do this.
Let's talk about Harry and Meghan now. They've gone back. Every time they go to Manhattan,
yes,
something hits the fan. Last time they went, they claimed they were at the center of a high-speed car.
God, do you remember
chase.
that?
Yes, I do.
This
Well,
is
they've gone
great.
back for World Mental Health Day, the festival there in New York. Good for them. 7-car convoy to go around a single block.
He got his jam.
Are Harry and Meghan getting involved in a new transit?
Oh, JTV. He got the jam. Yeah, tasted the jam.
Now they've gone back. Every time they go to Manhattan,
yes,
something hits the
Okay,
fan.
there it is.
Last time we got Meghan's jam. This is
I love Kevin
royal jam
O'Sullivan.
from the
He makes me
Duchess
laugh.
of Cornwall. This is Prince
how little
William's
that
jam.
is.
This is as ever. You know,
That's
Meghan's
more. That's what you
lifestyle
paid
type.
for.
I
That
must say,
packet.
it's quite
You're not
nice
paying for the
packaging, I'll give
jam.
it that.
You're paying for the
Nicer than I thought it
packaging.
would be. And we have spent, you can't order it here in London. So we had to order it through a friend of mine.
Weird. It's not like it's perfume.
That's it's about £15 or something. That jam. That's what you're paying for. That packet. The jam is probably about £3. You're spending more on that packaging.
Does that make sense?
That's where that packaging is probably like a couple of bucks. That.
Yeah. Well, he got his box.
Who lives in Los Angeles, they got the product and then they send it on. It's cost us a fortune. This jar of non-jam, because it's actually only allowed officially to be called fruit spread because there's not enough fruit in it. It probably costs about 300 quid, so it better be good. Now with me to enjoy this experience, to taste test it with me, is psychologist and narcissism expert Richard Grannon, narcissism expert. We're going to talk about Meghan. I can't imagine why I got him in, but anyway, I thought you so welcome, Richard.
Thank you for having me on. I'm not a jam expert, but
well, nor am I. No. If you're listening, I'm opening this cylinder now. If you're watching, what a ta-da! Right, there it is. This is raspberry spread. I believe this is like $14 or something. The honey is $28 and the tea is about the same price. So they're not giving this away. So magic moment. We're going to open it now. Hang on. I heard. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't overwhelm you. And people said it was thin. I can see that. It's moving around in the jar.
Yo.
Right. Okay.
So
This is the raspberry one.
It's expensive. It lacks substance.
The only way is up. Right. I'll be mum, as it were.
Okay.
Or mom, as a... There you go. Excuse fingers. Right. If you take that, Richard.
Right here.
Careful on that. Oh, okay.
There we go.
We've only got one plate, by the way.
Yeah.
The canteen couldn't spare any more. I told the staff to go around and nick some, but anyway. Right, here we go. The magic moment. It is very thin, I'd say that, but there are a few lumps in it. Let's go.
A taste of entitlement, greed, avarice, and deception.
Well,
I love it.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
We've only got one plate, by the way.
Yeah.
The canteen couldn't spare any more. I told the staff to go around and nick some, but anyway. Right, here we go. The magic moment. It is very thin, I'd say that, but there are a few lumps in it. Let's go.
A taste of entitlement, greed, avarice, and deception.
Well, we've got it on crackers here, so we probably should have put a bit more on. So I'm licking it there because with the cracker and the amount
Let's bring a bit of salt.
But
it tastes the jam scam.
I mean, I'll be fair. That's quite a fruity taste, isn't it?
It's tangy. It's nice.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
It's all right.
Yeah, I mean, it's all right. I mean, nothing. It's not worth $14.
It's not worth 14.
I mean, and I'll say this as well. The packaging is quite nice. I mean, she's obsessed with packaging. She made a big thing about this. We've got some other products. This is how it turned up, by the way. This is the shortbread cookie mix. So what we're going to do, we're going to cook some of this up in the fullness of time and probably eat it on my TV show, What Just Happened. So that's going to guarantee me a massive audience. Oh, you've got to watch Kev's show. He's going to try the cookie dough. Right.
Narcissistic cookie dough.
There is the cookie dough.
Wow, that should have been seized at customs straight
It
away.
looks like it does look like the sort of thing that you might have trouble getting through customs with, particularly if you're flying in from Colombia, if you know what I mean. But I'm sure it's lovely. Well, there it is, but we won't be able to taste that. But just to show, this is how it turned up. I mean, look, I mean, it's like all open, pretty damaged. So that is worth mentioning. Now, the big thing, Richard, that she's very big on is edible flowers. Now, brace yourselves if you're watching. If you're watching, brace yourselves because this is spectacular. Be prepared to take a big intake of breath.
Oh, flower sprinkles. The flower
Right. Well,
Are they alive?
That was well worth it. There's some clippings from the garden.
It's like a tiny packet with a few coloured bits in it. Of course, I haven't got any scissors here, but I'll have to open it like this. Okay. All right. Well, you still give us your.
I've still got a bit of cracker there.
I'll put some on.
Oh yeah, thank you.
But you didn't want to finish it all, then.
It was.
No, I'm going to be fair. It's quite a nice taste. Nothing to write home about. No better than an average sort of supermarket jam. But let's be fair. It's fine. It's not worth $14. That's for damn sure. Right, I'm putting these edible flowers on mine. Let's go again.
Here we go. Wow.
That's like, so we've got this reasonable jam, and now we put sawdust on it. So, I mean, I don't know what. I mean, I've had edible flowers in posh restaurants, but no, that tastes of absolutely nothing at all. But she says it's for decorative purposes, to be fair. So there you have it, folks. As ever, it's a right deal. They said you could do something else with this package. I mean, like, God knows what. You can use it for all sorts of other things. Like what?
Yeah.
Put your love letters in it. And
If you're just listening, I've just got this sort of cardboard cylinder in my hand. Yeah. We should do it. We're going to compare and contrast now because I forgot. Well, this is the Duchy of Cornwall, so this is Prince William's jam. £3. £3.
Not $14.
That's
£3.
it, £3. Oh yeah, brilliant! Can't I? Hang on. Done it. Right, I'll do you another one. All right. This which one is this? This is strawberry.
Strawberry.
That's her favourite, isn't it? Strawberry. First of all, I would say it's got a lot more consistency. This you can legally call jam, so it's much more sort of solid. Let's try it. Yeah, you know what? It's got a lot more depth, hasn't it?
It's just a jammier jam. It's got integrity. It's a traditional flavour. It's integrity, tradition.
You sound like one of those pretentious wine critics. It's a bit of a ruffian, but I think he'll be amused by its presumption. Well, actually, you really can tell. This is
proper jam.
It really is.
That's real.
Meghan's is kind of quite sharp.
Tangy,
and thin and tangy, but not unpleasant, as I say, and certainly not worth $14. So thank you very much, Meghan. And as I say, get ready, because tomorrow on my show, which goes out on Friday night, we're going to try the cookies. So, right, shall we try and do a bit of journalism or something like that? Yeah. Let me ask you, we spoke last week. We put, if you regular viewers and listeners will remember, last week Richard and another psychologist helped us. Psychologist.
That was a good interview. I saw that.
The couch on the psychiatrist's couch to try and work out what was going on in his head. I'm not sure he's at all sure, but there's no doubt the man is in the depths of some kind of paranoia. Whether that amounts to mental illness, I don't know. But that interview he gave on the BBC was extraordinary, wasn't it? Now, let me ask you this. You're an expert on narcissism in particular.
Mm-hmm.
Two questions. Is Meghan a narcissist?
I mean, you can't, without meeting her and without subjecting her to extensive tests, I can't sit here and diagnose and say I know that she has narcissistic personality disorder. But if you look at all of the diagnostic and statistical manual traits that a clinician would look for in diagnosing narcissism and the patterns of behavior, even the way she used words, it's highly narcissistic, highly indicative of narcissistic psychopathy, or maybe something even worse.
I mean, was it yesterday or the day before? It was Mother's Day, wasn't it? And she, even in her, she posted
diagnostic and statistical manual traits that a clinician would look for in diagnosing narcissism and the patterns of behavior, even the way she used words, it's highly narcissistic, highly indicative of narcissistic psychopathy, or maybe something even worse.
I mean, was it yesterday or the day before? It was Mother's Day, wasn't it? And she, even in her, she posted a picture of her and the kids. You know, obviously the back of their heads, can't ever see their faces, of course. With them all climbing all over and talking about how much they loved her. Yeah, she loves to talk about how much people love her.
This is a peculiar subtype of narcissism that's pro-social narcissism, where they'll say, look how good I am, look how beloved I am for the things I give and for the things I do. So we call these pro-social narcissists.
But that's her. That's her through and through.
Yeah, it is.
She thinks that she's special because of her kindness, her charitable works.
Yeah.
I think she's completely deluded. She has very little grasp of how the rest of us actually perceive her.
Yeah, did you hear what was it last week when she did a podcast? She was
She's
deluded.
yeah.
She lives in a fantasy world.
Yes, she does.
Oh.
She lives in a fantasy world, and she thinks that people need to praise her a lot. Like,
Yeah.
you're wonderful. Because ever since 2025, she wrote that in the sand.
Yeah.
All she's been doing is, I'm wonderful, I'm wonderful,
Yeah.
I'm wonderful.
Yeah. And that's all these podcasts are. And all the guests that come on the podcast going, but I know you for real, and you're such a wonderful person, and you show up for people, and it's just you're such a wonderful person. And we're all going, no, sorry, but we see you for who you are. People will always see you for who you are. And people see her and they don't like her.
Exactly. Yeah, they see the real you.
Yeah.
You made a decision. And she's
When you've got
contradictory too. She says things that she doesn't mean.
Yeah, when you have that scale of bullying reports on you, staff, we had the bullying report from there, and then you've got the Hollywood Reporter and Vanity Fair all saying that she's a bully, like she leaves bodies in her wake from country to country. You have to believe it. If everybody's saying it, if everyone's saying it, there has to be some truth in it.
Exactly.
The guest, her friend was called Jamie Kern Lima. Such weird names, aren't they? Jamie Kern Lima was one of her friends in Montecito, apparently, and Meghan says one night, "I'm so done with the haters. I know I'm a good friend. I know I'm a good wife. I know I'm a good person." That's what we're talking about, right?
And that's a refusal of negative feedback. That's infantile. If you say to me, "Listen,
Refusal
you're not
of
acting very nice,"
negative feedback.
It's infantile.
Infantile.
Yeah.
Wow. She refused to accept there is something wrong.
Yeah. The same thing with Harry. They just live in fantasy worlds.
Yeah, he's delusional. He went straight delusional when he did that BBC interview. He lost it on me. I don't know who Harry is anymore.
That's the real Harry, I'm afraid. This is the real Harry that us Londoners know. He's never been a good person.
Wow. Very nasty. Very nasty. Hi, side chat. How you guys doing over there? Refuses to accept criticism. Wow. Refuse. I'm a good person. I'm a good mother. I'm a good philanthropist. I'm a good giver. I'm a hard worker.
I'm a good cook. I'm a good cook.
I'm a good cook.
I'm a good cook.
I'm a good cook. I'm a good wife.
But yet the whole world is telling you you're not. So wake up and smell the coffee.
Exactly. And get out of Dingleberry land.
You're not going to get further on if you don't listen to what the whole world is telling you.
The whole world is saying the same thing. Saying the same things about you. But you take it as a dig on your personality, but it's the truth. The truth.
She takes it as racism or I'm being bullied. And it's like, no, it's not. It's actually the truth.
It's the truth. It is not people are not bullying you. They're telling you you're being mean to your father, being disrespectful to the king.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm a nice person. Oh.
I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
You're not this. If it's coming from multiple sources, a reasonable person would say, maybe I should review my behavior, my character, and the way I'm.
Exactly.
A
Yeah.
normal person like myself, maybe quickly. It don't take but one person. And then I'll see, and if it's 2 or 3, then I'm like, okay, it's something up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Everybody can't be saying the same thing.
And put myself out to the world because I'm getting a lot of negative feedback here. Narcissistic personality disorder is a shield against reality. It's a shield against negative feedback.
And is it?
Ooh, he is preaching. He said it's a shield.
Yeah.
A shield.
Shield. Superpower.
Superpower.
It's a superpower to protect me from the world. It's a superpower.
Turned around and got superpowers. A shield.
Shield.
Against the negative reality. Against reality. A shield against reality. Girl, you are not dealing with reality.
No.
It's going to be too late for you to get on that bandwagon of reality.
We're going to see her when she's like 50, 60 years old. They still hated me. The royal family's racist. The royal family did this to me. And you're going, oh, why can't you see what the whole world is telling you?
Exactly.
Oh.
Exactly. In denial.
Is it born of a deep love of yourself, or is it actually going beyond that, born of a kind of insecurity?
It's compensatory. So yeah, there's usually behind it all deep self-loathing and a great distrust of your own integrity.
Right.
Yeah, because people who boast about themselves usually
She don't even trust herself. She doesn't.
Oh, that was strong. Don't trust your own integrity.
Don't trust your own instinct, your own integrity.
She's probably just not brought up with any sort of sense of self or...
Right. Always trying to prove something to someone.
Yeah. I've got to prove that I'm a good person. No, just be a good person.
Yes.
Be a good person. That's all you got to do. Just be a good person. Don't have to prove it. Just be it.
Just be it. And she doesn't know how to be it. So
she doesn't.
So
they can't just be themselves and just live their life. They have to prove it and fake a whole identity and fake a life because they're just hollow inside. It's really sad, actually. It's very sad.
Very sad. Very sad. It seemed like it would be lonely too.
Yeah.
That's a protective cloak against their own deep set insecurity, isn't it?
100%.
Oh, I'm great. All the time they're thinking, oh, I don't think I am great.
No. And it's usually a projection as well. You'll notice it's all about the image. Even the way she structured the product that she sent out, it's heavy on image, it's heavy on packaging, and it's weak on substance. That's exactly what narcissistic personality is.
That's interesting. By the way, I'm going to ask you about Harry in a second. I don't think, I mean, this is you and I, we're not pretending we're professionals in this area, but I don't think this business stands much of a chance. I mean, who's going to order this stuff again? I mean, a lot of people, some people, so out of novelty value, intrigue, let's have a look at her, let's taste her produce, let's order some of it. It's all very expensive. I mean, who's going to go, oh, no, I must buy another one of those $28 jars of honey, or shall I go down to the supermarket and get one for $2? I think that's a no-brainer, isn't it? So I think the people who bought her produce on the first round,
she's not gonna do good.
Out of interest, intrigue, novelty value, I don't see what the incentive is for them to go back and get more, do you?
There's only the sort of the buzz of it, the momentary. It's a vanity project. It's vanity. It's nothing of substance. What does Meghan Markle know about making food?
Yeah.
So why is she making it other than to promote this fake good wife wholesome image.
Well, it turns out that she maybe doesn't know much about making food because she's revealed in the last couple of days that she doesn't have time to cook for her family, but she can sure as hell make their takeaways look lovely. That's what she said.
Geez.
So she revealed only a couple of weeks ago that she had a full-time nanny, which again belied the hard-working mum image she's tried to project. And now I suspect, we don't know this for sure, but I think she's got a full-time cook as well.
It's starting to look like that, and this would be the psychopathic side of her. So her impulse control will be quite low. Her executive function isn't great, so she doesn't think before she speaks. She'll forget her lies.
Yes.
So in the moment, she'll be like, "Oh, I'm a wonderful mother, traditional and wholesome mother," and then the next day she's forgotten that story she's told, and she lets it slip. Yes,
But that's exactly what happened with the nanny story. That was, I think. It was on. It was one of the podcasts she's done recently. It might have been with Jamie Kern-Lena. There's another friend of hers that in Montecito she did her own podcast with. But on one of the podcasts in the last couple of weeks, she sort of accidentally let it slip. The nanny. So she's always talking about the school run and I'm a working mum, work-life balance.
She wants praise for taking her children to school. It's incredible.
I think that she forgot. She's never told us.
And there would have been the opportunity to flex. There would have been the opportunity to show off and brag that she has a nanny or she has a personal cook. And these two things will conflict in the moment and they'll break through.
Yeah. So that is typical. These people who create a beautiful image of themselves forget their own image lies.
They'll forget their own lies and they'll trip themselves up. That's when you're looking at like it's a comorbidity, psychopathy with narcissism conjoined, and she is a pro-social narcissist, as I said, and it has that very low impulse control. They just forget who they're talking to and what lies they've told.
Interesting. Right, let's move on. Is Harry a narcissist?
What lies they have told.
Again, I couldn't say.
I mean, I'm not. I realise they're not your patients.
Yeah, they're not my.
But from what you can
from
see,
what I can see, there's a high.
This is gonna be interesting, but
he's just said everything that we've been saying for years. Yeah.
Yes.
Really narcissistic defense that he's engaged in, and he's behaving very narcissistically. Now, there's two options. One is due to his upbringing and what he experienced as a child, he's got a very, very weak ego boundary, so he's highly codependent. He's attached himself to Meghan as a kind of a continuation of what he couldn't do with his mother, and a continuation of her story. That's one option. Or it could be that he was always a fragile narcissist and they're in a folie à deux. The two of them together have created a dyad where they can feed each other's fragile narcissistic delusions, where instead of the fragile narcissist saying, I'm amazing and I'm powerful, they'll say, I'm the biggest victim in the room. Nobody's ever suffered.
Oh my
as I
God,
have.
their victimhood is
off the chart.
Legendary. Yeah, I mean, it really is off the scale. Well, look, let's go to break now. When we come back, we'll talk more of this because I want to try to delve into the dynamics. Let's talk more, Richard, if we can, about this relationship. We were touching on Harry before the break. From my amateur viewpoint, it looks to me like she's in charge. He does what he's told.
100%. So he even if he is on the spectrum for narcissism, in this relationship he is being instrumentalized, and I think it has this. He's the errant knight that she sends out to use her words and to send her message out into the world. So she's directing him, I believe.
Yeah,
she's instrumentalized him. He's a sock puppet for her. Whatever she believes, whatever she says.
He knows now. He's brainwashed into it. He knows exactly what she would want him to say, how to say it, and that's what she did. That's what he did.
Yeah. I bet you'll find in years to come that there's been some sort of abuse there, because he whatever she tells him to do, he does.
Right.
He's probably terrified of her at this point. He goes back to her, because that's what a lot of people said that in the BBC interview. He seemed to be trying to push this narrative. My family's in danger and I need security. And it was like, he seemed to just be like mentally unwell. And it's almost like she's gone, Harry, I need security. Just make sure you get it. Make sure you get it.
Right.
And he's now terrified that he's not going to get it.
Exactly.
If that makes sense.
Yep. And then he's going to blame his family because that's
Yeah.
what she want him to do.
And she's behind the scenes going, Harry, I'm in danger. They're following me. Quick, help me, help me. They're following me. I'm driving fast down the road because they're chasing me. And he's like, oh, I've got to get it. My wife is in danger.
Yeah.
She feeds off his insecurities. It's so sad to see.
Yes, she does.
Do you think, because I felt her presence, if you like, when he gave that disastrous, really ill-advised interview a couple of Fridays ago, after he lost the case here in Britain, his long-running legal battle to get armed police protection whenever he visits this country, it was always a lost cause. Everybody knew he was just wasting money. He lost the first case. He stubbornly appealed. He lost the appeal. The judge then said, Harry, he didn't actually say it in those terms, but he basically said, Harry, give it up. You are never going to win this case. Yet he went back, appealed again. He lost millions of pounds, and the result is what we all knew it was going to be. Like a kid, like a spoilt brat who didn't get his own way and who was throwing his toys out of the pram. He sat down with the BBC for 30 incendiary minutes. Apparently it's only supposed to be 10 minutes, but he wouldn't stop. And I think probably severed all ties with his family forevermore. The things he was saying were, I thought, incredibly, sort of almost disturbingly paranoid. You remember he was saying, oh, I didn't lose this case because I'm an idiot, which is what he should have said. A stubborn half-wit. He said, I lost this case because of an establishment stitch-up. My father is in league with shadowy figures in the government and they want me dead. They want me unsafe, and so on and so forth. Nothing is ever this guy's fault. Did you think that the level of his paranoia was quite extreme?
I think he sounded at points completely delusional and honestly deranged. And I did feel sorry for him. Even this part of the story where he tried to buy the British police. He said, I'll pay. And I was thinking, do you think that they would let you set the precedent for the police security to be bought? They can't. They can't do that.
He doesn't understand the way the country works.
He doesn't seem to, no.
He's like an American. I mean, I love Americans, no disrespect, but Americans do tend to think that this country is ruled by the king, that the king governs this country. Well, he doesn't. Harry thinks he does.
It's strange how he's absorbed those American coordinates, hook, line, and sinker from her, and then he speaks. He still speaks with a British accent, but he speaks with an American naivety.
Yeah, doesn't he? Yeah.
And he uses a lot of woke language,
a
lot of psychobabble when he's speaking, a lot of victimhood narrative.
Yeah.
And the idea, it's an insane thing to say to the BBC that he basically implied the same people who wanted rid of his mother now want rid of him. And that King Charles was almost approving of that. That's a terrible thing to imply.
It's absolute nonsense. It was deluded, deranged, demented. It's just, and everything he said was demonstrably just not true. But he believes it to be true. Look, what I've always thought about if you were in the royal family. William has certainly got it. Charles has got it. Anne has got it. You need a certain level of intelligence to appreciate the unique hand you've been dealt in life. I mean, there can be very little more extraordinary than to sort of grow up realizing, oh my God, I'm a prince of the realm. I'm a royal family. I'm in the royal, everywhere I go, people know who I am. I'm privileged. I live in palaces. Now, in order to keep your feet on the ground, and in order actually not to turn into some kind of arrogant, privileged a-hole, you need the brains to work that out. I just think Harry is not a bright guy, and I don't think he's got the intellectual capacity to deal with his position in life. Would that be a reasonable assessment in your view?
I think it's a reasonable assessment. I think birth order is important here. He is the younger of the two brothers, and probably his older brother protected him from a lot of the responsibilities that should have been his growing up. So you can end up with like a little clown syndrome with the youngest child, where they're just indulged by everybody because they're the youngest. All very cute up until the age of 10. When you've got a man in his, in his 40s talking like that, it's not so cute. It's not that fun. But yeah, there is a lot of entitlement there, and
And a sort of fury that he's not higher up the pecking order.
Well,
what does that mean?
That's the other element of the security thing that bothered me. He's basically saying, I want exactly the same security.
It's a status thing.
Yeah,
Purely about status, but he claimed it was for the security of his family. That's disingenuous and highly manipulative to claim, I'm scared for the safety of myself and my family. Nobody is going to let your family be at risk. If he ever comes here, he's going to get full security, and he knows that. He was fighting for the status. That's a problem.
Yeah, and
the
feud with his family, with his
So
brother.
do I.
I believe that that's what she wants, and definitely she wants it. She wants the status.
This has been the whole thing the whole time when she arrived into the royal family. She wanted to be equal with Catherine and William.
Yes.
But you can't be equal because they're the future king and queen.
Right.
And you're just second. But she wanted equal status, and she was whispering in his ear, you know, oh no, you're just as equal as your brother. You should get the same. And of course, he's in his idiocy. He actually believed Meghan.
Believed it.
Yeah, I should be equal to my brother. No, because he's the future king. You're second. But second is okay. You've got a free house and you've got beautiful clothes. Yeah, you've got a beautiful house, beautiful clothes, beautiful hair, and never have to work in your life, never have to worry about money, beautiful cars, everything. You got it good. You know, I would have had it. I would have been second. No problem.
No problem. No, not at all. Not an issue
Yeah.
over here. Second is
Yeah.
good for me.
Yeah. But nothing was good enough for them. And that's the sad thing. Even if they got equal to Catherine and William, they would have wanted more. They just would have wanted more and more and more.
Yep, they never would have been satisfied. Meghan's
No.
never going to be satisfied.
Never going to be satisfied. I have to have bigger. I have to have better.
Mhm.
And even when you get it, no, I want more. And you're just like, they're like a machine, like a slot machine. You're just putting money into it, and it's never going to be satisfied.
Mm-mm. No, not at all. No, that was good.
Yeah, ding ding.
Other with his father, all of his family here. I mean, what does that indicate about him? People who tend to have these kind of familial feuds.
I think it's as you originally said. There's a mindset you need to have that I think other royal family members have shown. Yes, there's a lot of pomp and circumstance. Yes, it's a lot of tradition, but it is a unique hand you've been dealt. Take the rough with the smooth. If you really care about your charities and the good you want to do in the world, do it from that position of status. But it's give and take. It can't just be all on your terms. You need humility. And people with narcissistic personalities, they fail the reality test. So they can't tell the difference between their fantasies of how things should be.
Yes.
And
that
reality itself.
Sense. That makes sense. And I mean, going forward, I mean, you know, I think that interview that we watched last Friday, I don't want to overstate it, but I thought we watched a man who's got mental health difficulties, to say the least. He's got a deep paranoia, probably needs help. Going forward, how can he sort himself out? Does he need to get out of her clutches? I've said, as we discussed last week, I think it's a fair thing to say. I think she's ruined him. Don't forget, this was the happy-go-lucky, likely lad that the nation loved. He seemed to be having fun. Ever since he's met her, he's turned into this sort of complaining, bitter misery guts. The whole world is against him. He hates everyone, hates his brother. Does he need to get out of her clutches to cure himself of this?
He does, but he needs also to get past whatever it is that drove him into her clutches. She's not that important or that powerful, really.
Good.
He's given her that power. If he had...
Whoever this gentleman is, I like him.
Yeah, he's good. I saw the other interview that he was with Raj Prasad. It was so good. He's great. He really is.
Really good. Because he said, you got to deal with what drove you to be there. You got to deal with that issue, Harry.
Yeah.
Deal with that.
Because most people saw her coming. It's the same thing with Amber Heard, Meghan Markle, this Alec Baldwin with his wife, who appears to be a lunatic, and like Blake Lively. where you see these women, these bad women, everyone can see it,
Yeah.
but these men are drawn to them and these women rip them to pieces, and you go, how can you not see? And that's exactly this guy's point. For some reason, these men are drawn to these highly destructive, mentally ill women, and he's absolutely right. For some reason, why would you be drawn to somebody like that?
Right, exactly. Why would you be drawn to something like that?
Yeah. Everyone else can see how bad they are, but for some reason these guys can't.
They
And
can't.
they destroy them.
And oh my God, if someone like this gentleman is sitting here talking about it, like they're not listening. Like you can't tell me that Harry ain't getting a little bit of this. But
Yeah.
oh my goodness, people have warned you, told you, you're in a abusive relationship.
Yeah.
And
He is.
abused. Yeah.
He is in an abusive relationship. Yeah.
Of giving her that power, she'd be another wannabe actress from. I mean, she's from Hollywood. I think she's from. Hollywood.
She would be another one. She would just be a wannabe. She's always wanted to be a wannabe. She is a wannabe.
Yeah.
But he made her something when he married her. What an idiot, Harry.
She was just a yacht girl trying to get somewhere.
Yes.
Hollywood, right? Born and bred. She'd be just another wannabe actress, part-time model. He gave her that status, so he's got. He probably doesn't see how much power he has in this scenario. If he just got rid of her, and he.
Oh God, I want to just slap his ass. Harry,
A lot of people do. Wake up, man. Wake up.
You have the power. She has none. She's gonna pretend. She's gonna act like she does. She's gonna blackmail you, do something stupid to you, but you gotta stand your ground, stand it.
Yeah.
And walk out. Be a man.
Be a man.
Her to quit allowing her to dictate your life for you. That means separated from your family.
But then this is the same thing we were talking about Cassie in Diddy with Diddy. You know, people going, why can't she leave? And you go, they can't just leave. It's the same thing with men who are in abusive situations and relationships.
Right.
Exactly the same thing. You go, why don't they just leave? And you go, you don't understand what it's like to be in those abusive situations. And men can be in them as well.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
That is so true.
You've said exactly the same thing about Cassie and Diddy as we're saying about Harry and Meghan.
Yeah.
The roles are just reversed.
Roles is just reversed. He's in an abusive mind. His mind is
Control.
gone. Yeah.
Mind control.
Yeah.
Doesn't deal with what's going on internally, he'd probably find another woman to do the same thing to him again.
Wow.
He's always going to crave a tyrannical, narcissistic wife.
Interesting. I mean, do you think, looking at the dynamics of this relationship and
Tyrannical
everything we've just been
narcissist.
discussing about both of their tendencies towards narcissism, her desire for total control of everything, do you think this relationship will stand the test of time, or do you think it might? A lot of people think it can't go on.
I would suspect it won't. When you have two highly narcissistic people, if they're both grandiose narcissists, that can go on for time. But because he's codependent, he's weaker than her.
Yeah.
And I don't know how long she'll be able to tolerate that for.
There it is right there, dictator. She's not going to be able to tolerate this weakness much longer.
Yeah. Because she'd be bored. He's not a challenge to her.
Oh,
he's not a challenge.
He is just, he's bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
It's as worse as you can get it with
Yeah.
Harry. And
he's technically, he's got nothing to do. He's lost 2 charities. He's only
Yeah.
got Invictus. He's got another year. Otherwise, he doesn't really do anything. And can
Right.
you imagine? And
Take care of him.
he's a known drug user, so he's probably just off his face every day, spliffing it or whatever. And it must be awful to be married to that every day and whinging and the paranoia. It drives you nuts.
Yeah, that relationship is on the rocks.
Yeah. That's what I think they've already split, personally. I think that's happened a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think so because he's still protecting her.
Mm. Oh, yeah, he'll probably protect her for the rest of his life. Because, like you said, like that gentleman said, he's got something from her. He's getting something from her. I don't think she's getting anything from him other than the power and status, but he's getting something from her.
He also said that whatever it is, he's going to have to break off from it before he can be free from it.
Yeah.
That caused him to be in this situation in the first place.
It's probably going to be one of the hardest things he'll ever do is to break away from her.
Yep. Yep.
Like psychologically, to break away from her.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's going to be real difficult. Just like you said, like Cassie, it's your mind is gone.
They destroy you. They literally destroy you.
They destroy you.
They destroy you mentally and physically to you're literally a shell of yourself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Past another 5, 7, 10 years before she'll start looking for the door. The buzz of all this will go. She's role playing as royalty,
of course. Yeah.
And once she's sick of that game and it's not fun anymore, and it probably isn't that fun now.
It ain't.
Yeah, and she seems to me to be the kind of person who once she's used up a person for her own purposes, she ditches them. She's got a lot of track record of that. If she reaches the point where she thinks this guy, old Ginger Nuts, isn't really doing me any good anymore, she'll move on, won't she?
I mean, if he's not open, if the status of being with him no longer keeps her in the limelight, no longer opens doors that were otherwise closed, gives her the power, because she's still allowed to use HRH.
No, she can't use HRH, but she is, of course. No, she started to she uses it. But the Queen's dying wish was don't use HRH, because the Queen, this is the late great Queen, of course, feared quite justifiably that she would use HRH for commercial purposes.
But she can still call herself Sussex.
Duchess of Sussex.
Duchess of Sussex, she can. So if that doesn't keep her in the limelight and it doesn't give her the power that she clearly, this is the psychopathic side of her, she craves power in a way that you might want something, but you'll never. We can't understand that.
He put his arms in herself. She craves it. She does.
You can see that a mile away.
Because that's what got them over here. Her craving the power. Trying to be next to the who's and Oprah and all the rest of them. She gave her own self away when she invited them to her wedding.
The craving that they have just for raw power and control. If he's not doing it, no, she'll get rid of him.
And so she loves this Duchess of Sussex because that gives her status as well. Yeah?
In the eyes of Americans. I mean,
if he had stood up to her and been the man that he needed to be, then he would not be in the situation that he's in.
Yeah.
I can only imagine how impressed her American friends are.
I tried to tell my American friends, over here in Britain, we couldn't give a damn about titles. So many of them. Every other Tom, Dick, and Harry's got a baroness, a baron, a viscount. We don't care. So good luck.
Yeah, we're not.
In England, everyone's got a title. Everyone's got a title. Blimey. We're not impressed.
Look, I done made myself Lady Letitia.
Yeah, you can.
Oh.
To Americans for looking up to her for that reason. Last question. I don't know why this is the last question. It should have been one of my first questions, really. Is he an alpha male or is he like a gamma male?
No.
I don't.
He seems to be pretty glamour around her.
I would say, I think, so in Jungian psychology, he would be called the puer aeternus, which means the eternal child. He's never grown up. He's never been forced to grow up. He's a little boy.
Yeah.
One day he will, I hope, he becomes a man and realizes that inside of him. But until then, we can't even call him a gamma male. He's just a kid.
He's still a kid. He hasn't grown up. You know why? Because he's telling his dad that it's his responsibility to make sure that he's safe.
Yeah. You still got to look after me. You're my dad.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't stand men like that and women like that. It's like, you owe me, look after me. It's like, grow up.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. And she doesn't like it either, but she's making him do it.
Yeah.
For control reasons. Yep.
Yeah.
Kid, which to go back to that interview, that was the spoilt brat throwing his toys out of the pram when he didn't get his own way.
When he didn't get his own way, and then he's the biggest victim in the room, and it's a big conspiracy, and people are trying to kill him. Come on, dude, grow up.
Richard, fantastic to talk to you. I hope you enjoyed your jam.
I did. I loved my narcissistic jam.
Yeah, your narcissistic jam. And we absolutely loved the edible flowers. They were spectacular. Coloured sawdust. That's all that was. Richard Gannon, psychologist and narcissism expert. He'll be on this show again pretty damn soon, I predict. In fact, I know because I'm in charge.
I like Kevin O'Sullivan.
That was good.
That was good.
Mm-hmm. One sec. Yeah, that was really nice.
Lizzie, I do believe William will take those titles away. I do.
You do?
Yeah.
I do too. I'm like, why wouldn't he? He should take them away.
He should. In revenge, not revenge, but what these two put his grandparents, what they put his grandparents through, what they put his father through. All of those people were so ill at the end of their life, and those two caused them so much grief. I think William, just take them away and just get rid of them, discard them.
I agree.
If he did that, everybody, the world would have some respect for that man. He would be like the greatest king. I think he's got a backbone, William. He's strong.
Wouldn't it be the biggest thing to do is, guys, just a sec in the chat. Wouldn't the biggest thing to do would be to get him out of the line of succession? Shouldn't they be trying to do that? Because he's still in line.
it would be. I think personally, it'd be great to remove the titles and get him out of the line of succession. Personally, yes, because he's a traitor, and he's caused his family so much heartache that he doesn't deserve to be in there. It's a very easy thing to do, to actually remove it all. It's complicated, but they can do it, and I think William should, because he doesn't deserve it.
No, he doesn't.
And you can't trash your family and then go, well, I still want to be the prince and I want to be HOH and sit in the line of succession, but trash your family and trash the whole institution. Yeah, I think all of it should go.
I do too. I think she would fight for it, though. I think Meghan will lose her mind.
Oh, she would. I think. Do you know what? To be honest, by the time he does that, I think they'll be split anyway. If they're not already split, she would have discarded him. If that's going to happen, she'll go, right, Harry, get out. I don't need you anymore.
Yeah, she's going to discard him. It's just a matter of time. Because if she's the breadwinner, she's not going to like that.
Yeah, he's not. His money's running out. If it's not run out already, it's going to run out, and she'll have no use to him. She'll go, I've got my title, and that's it. And then her next plan B will be divorce book and trash the whole family even more. But by this time, no one cares.
I know.
No one cares about her anymore.
A book about how to catch a prince, how to divorce one. You
How
know,
to catch a prince and turn him into a frog. That's what she's going to do.
it's so
Yeah, she'll go all the books, all this what the royal family did to me and Harry did to me, and she'll be another Amber Heard. I've got all the recordings of him drunk and being sick, but by this time, no one will care.
no one was there.
We're actually getting to the point now where she's what 3-4 times in a year the worst, most unpopular celebrity in the world for like 3 years, 4 years in a row. People don't care anymore.
In a row. How can you be that disliked 3 years in a row?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'm going to read some of my stars.
Okay. Let you go.
I got Susan. He's grooming her, a monster. That was Cassie earlier. And guys, please support my channel. You can support it through PayPal or through Super Chat. Just if you like, you can support me. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And thank you, SCJ, for putting this out there for me. Hello, Clarissa. Susan sounds like you could Suze the Suze out. LOL. Not sure why. Not sure about that one. Snowdrop. So Megatoe is supposed to be friendly, and wife to get back at David and Victoria, who making it publicly clear they are Team Royal, not H&M. Maybe Brooklyn be on the show. Oh, I saw something like that with Dan Wooden. Maybe we'll watch that one tomorrow, Snowdrop.
Yeah. Watch that one.
Hi, Penelope.
She's jumped on my bed.
Lizzie, Meg, who reportedly concerned about Harry's well-being. You don't even care about Harry. You can't stand Harry around. You're still all about your flirting. Ooh. What's interesting, what he should have asked him too is, did Meghan ever love Harry? Did she ever?
No.
Yep.
No.
Exactly.
We saw that at the wedding. I don't even think they would look like two people that couldn't stand each other at the wedding.
Right. Yeah. Well, he looked nervous and she looked like, oh, let's get this over with.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Dictator, for all the juicy gossip we got tonight.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming, sweetheart.
Okay.
And I want to thank the side chat for your support. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. It really means a lot to me. And I want to thank my mods, all of you. Thank you so much. And my members, thank you. And you guys have a wonderful, lovely, lovely evening. Oh, I totally messed this up. A lovely, well, it's 12:40 here. So whatever time it is where you are, guys, have a lovely night.
And you go and get some sleep.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye-bye. It's been the Mimi Show. I'm trying to see something. I'm trying to see something. Okay, so where is... All right, good night, guys.